Studio in South Florida, Twist Gaming. Featuring lead broadcaster Matt Koza. Co-host and creative genius Josh Perry. Co-host and interviewer extraordinaire Ann Lazito. Co-host and marketing mogul Aaron Murphy. With appearances from special guest Lucy. Welcome to Twist Gaming, where you get to play board games with us.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. This is Twist Gaming, where you get to play board games with us. We're coming to you live here from our studio in sunny South Florida, bringing you another episode of our Spotlight stream, where we show off games that are just coming out into the biz. But first up, who are we? I'm Matt.
I'm Ann.
I'm Josh.
And tonight we are joined with Heather from Ninth Level Games, and we are showing off Meeple Party!
Yay!
How you doing tonight, Heather?
We're good. Ready for a party.
I'm definitely ready for a party here. So I'm going to do my favorite pre-party task here, and I'm going to ball it up. I'm going to throw it over to Ann and throw it over. So, Ann, you do what you do.
You know, as cheesy as that is, and
Never
as
gets
many
old.
times as you've done it, it's still ridiculous. Heather, thank you so much for taking time tonight to come and hang out with us and to bring us Meeple Party, not only to the show, but into this world. So you are the designer for Meeple Party. Start to finish. Talk to me a little bit about Meeple Party. This is the, we know this is not your first design because you helped co-design Schrodinger's cat as well. And you've also had your hands in some development work. But talk to me about Meeple Party and where the idea for this game came from.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. It actually came from a completely different side. I was looking at the movements of the five guests, which we'll get into. They are showcased behind you there. But I was working on what if, each one of these pieces had a different movement. And as I drew kind of a board, just kind of making an abstract, almost more of a just regular strategy game, I'm like, that kind of looks like the layout of a house that I've been to. And then I started thinking about making it about a house party because when I was younger and still now, we were the house party house. I got married first of all my friends. We had a party almost every weekend at our house from when I was like 22 to like almost 30. So it was just one of these things that came naturally. I was like, oh, it can kind of be like that time we did this or we did that or whatever. But even though those games are funny, they always, well, not always, they usually go a little too gross. And I didn't want it. I wanted it to still be a light, fun, PG-13 kind of party.
Yeah.
So, started with just the movements of the characters, came up with the party theme idea, and then a lot of that was tweaking. Originally, like it was a set board. Then there were 6 or 7 characters. There were all kinds of different people that would show up that were other meeple shapes and things. And then eventually you have to kind of like strip it back and say, okay, where's the core of the game?
Right.
And what's the main stuff? So then, probably about a year ago or so, we really had it down to where it's at. Like last spring, last summer, and then pulled the trigger after like a lot of play testing and feedback, and did the Kickstarter in October. So it's finally here. It's in stores now. So it's exciting.
That's very, very exciting. When did the game hit the store shelves?
Literally less than a month ago. The very first week after Gen Con, everything shipped.
So you feel this, Ann? It's hot off the presses.
I'm done with you.
Yeah.
Can I need the mute switch for you.
You can smack him if you want.
Then I would be the jerk character. What was your biggest design challenge when it came to this game? I mean, I know it sounds like you had found something interesting that intrigued you with the movement for Meeples, and then went from there. What was probably maybe like an interesting challenge that you came across when trying to put the game together?
Yeah, well, there were 2 big challenges that I had. One was just swinging difficulty levels based off the group. Because it's kind of a visual perception puzzle, I'd sit with the players that would, on hard, win. And then I'd sit with different players on easy, and they couldn't even get through, half the game, and I'm like, what's going on here? What's going on here? So I spent a lot of time kind of crafting what the photo opportunities are, which are your goal cards, to kind of point people in the right direction and not have it be so much chaos. There was a little bit too much chaos in the beginning,
Okay.
and a lot of things going on. So I had to kind of pare that down. The other thing was we had, it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but it kept happening, where we'd run into a conflict of interest. Like, well, I need to get 2 jerks in this room, and my disaster says I can't have any jerks together, and that kept happening. So I had to like go back to the drawing board on all these disasters, and not all, but a lot of them, and do like a heavy math problem and make sure that everything would actually work. So a lot of it kept seeming like I had them all, and then I didn't, and then seeming like I had them all, and then I didn't. So those were the 2 major things that is why it took so long to come out, because it was definitely sometime in like late 2016, early 2017 that I started working on this, and I had to sit it for about 6 months because I just couldn't look at it anymore. And then sometime last year I was like, okay, I'm ready, and went back to it and did all that harder development work that I needed to do to get it to a point where I felt comfortable with the plays I was seeing. Even if people were struggling, they were struggling for the right reasons,
Right.
and it's co-op, so people could help them. So I got to the point where finally, like, those things just became something players could deal with, as opposed to like design flaws.
Gotcha. So I'm guessing there was a lot of like decision tree work going on with saying like if then that, because you're
Yes.
trying to find all of those situations, all of the combinations that you feel like really don't that make the game unnecessarily difficult or don't give you the right kind of player interaction that you're looking for in a co-op style game. And that's another question. I know you started off this game talking about design and player movement. What made you land on a co-op style game as opposed to a competitive game?
Well, after I did this and I came up with the party idea, I mean, it was actually competitive at the very, very, very beginning. And then I realized it just was like fighting with the theme of the game. And same with the difficulty level. It was just fighting with the fact that you're trying to have a fun party. People who are responding to this art and this box are not looking for an epic, like, 12-hour game session. So it just didn't make sense. And after I played it co-op a bunch of times and people really responded to it, I was like, maybe I need to make this co-op, and it made it so much better. So after the first thought of having it be about competing at a party and everybody going out for themselves, it changed into, we're actually the roommates hosting the party and we're trying to have a good time.
Now, you mentioned the art, and Schrodinger's Cat, that game had kind of cute, quirky art as well. Can you talk to me a little bit about the artist for the game and how you landed on this art style?
Yeah, so it's actually the same artist from Schrodinger's Cats, because he's amazing. His name is James Stowe, and he has like a webcomic called Sidekick Quest, but I think he used to work in fantasy art, like for White Wolf and that kind of thing. So he has a very big range of style. And he actually is a fan of our role-playing game, Kobolds Ate My Baby, which is where the whole company kind of started from. So when we met him, he had done some fan art for that, and some different things. I thought, oh, your art's kind of cool. Do you want to take a stab at these cats for Schrodinger's Cats? They were amazing. Yeah. And then for this, because there was so much I had to do, I just said, here's my idea. Here's the list of the things I want people to do. Just go wild, and then let's see what you come up with on the photos. And I loved them. So it was just perfect.
They are super cute. I'm really excited to get into the components so that we can see more of the art too. Now, did he do all of the art, or did you have different artists for like the rooms and different artists for the cards?
No, he did all the rooms. He did the box. I mean, we have a graphic designer that did the in-house, that did the layout. But otherwise, all the rest of it is James.
That's very exciting. That's very exciting. So you decided to take the Kickstarter route. 9th level went the Kickstarter route. Was there anything that you added into the game during the campaign as a result of the feedback during the campaign or after the campaign?
Well, I'm trying to think. As far as the feedback, not really, because we kind of planned to do the cat and the dog and the cake and the gift if we could hit those stretch goals.
Right.
Yeah, I don't really think we did. What we basically did more of, and because it was in development so long, is we kind of would give people sneak peeks of where we were at and, what did they think of this card versus that card. So, I mean, as far as actually changing anything, we didn't actually change too much, but we did get feedback on what people liked.
Yeah.
So if there was a card where we were like, well, we could take or leave this one, but people seem to respond to this art that we shared with them in the campaign. Let's go with this one. That kind of thing,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I guess the important question is, before we hopped into the gameplay, is what kind of a player were you gearing this game toward? Who's going to be who's going to want to sit and watch a video and be like, yes, this is the game that I want?
So there's two people. There's either a gateway gamer that is interested in games, but they're not really sure what they want to get into, and this is a good thing they can bring out with friends that's not too tough. Or somebody who has a lot of friends that are more into late games that they want to bridge the gap into a more heavier strategy co-op game. So you could be the one that owns it and then bring it out and, show it to 3 other people. Because it's co-op, people are more willing to play it. It's got a cute, funny theme. So even if they're like, oh, I don't want to play this game, they're like, look how funny this is. So you can kind of get the people to play. And the next thing you know, they end up liking it. We kind of had the same thing happen with Schrodinger's cats. We'd have people say, oh my God, this cat is so cute, but I'm not really a game player. And then by the end of the night, they're buying the game. So it's just, it's one of these things where I think it's definitely from the gateway to late gamer. There are levels of difficulty you can play with, and there's a solo level. You can play solo. That's where you can ramp it up to the harder levels and challenge yourself more. But for the game as intended, it's meant to be a half an hour to an hour fun game night.
Awesome. Okay, Heather. So, as you know, and as our audience may or may not know, each of us kind of has a different level of familiarity with the game, right? You two have seen this. Heather's it's been a pleasure to have you on the show at the conventions. We've got to hang out and meet and show off some of your games, but I haven't yet seen the game, and tonight is the first night that you and I are meeting. So tell me how I'm sitting down. How do I play Meeple Party?
Okay. So this is a co-op game where the first thing you do is you build your house.
Okay.
Each room is a tile, and there are the rooms that you have shown on the screen are the required rooms. So there are more rooms that you could use, but just for a simple setup, these would be the rooms. You can set them up in any way that you want as long as they're touching one side. You want to probably do a setup like you have because it's easier to move around the more rooms another tile's touching. And that's going to make it a little easier for your first time.
Okay.
Then you're going to pick a character. You're going to pick if you want to be the flirt, the jerk, the party animal, the wallflower, or the cool.
Tell me a little bit, Heather. So the guys have all picked out our characters for us. I feel like they chose our characters based a little bit off of our personalities. Can you go over a little bit of the trope of each of the characters?
Sure. So the idea is that the flirt is, a bubbly personality and everybody wants to be around them. So if a flirt enters a room, someone's going to join them from an adjacent room. Where a jerk is the opposite. They kind of annoy people and people don't want to be near them. So a jerk goes into a room and somebody in that room runs 2 rooms away because they don't want to be anywhere near that guy. Then you've got your party animal. They're outside screaming or in any room. Next thing you know, somebody's coming in from 2 rooms away to say, what's going on in here because you're really loud. And then conversely, a wallflower is really shy. So if they enter a room, someone leaves because they're just not really talking and it's kind of awkward. And then Josh is like, I'm feeling called out. Is that what you're saying?
He relates on a spiritual level.
And then the cool is like just so interesting and cool that when they enter a room, 2 people come in from the adjacent rooms because everybody wants to hang out with them. So that's kind of the idea. And I'm actually wearing the cool shirt right now, so I guess I can tangentially pretend I'm playing that. So that's what it is. So there's given movement, which is where the whole game sprung from, but also it mirrors the personality of that type of person.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we've
Yeah.
all got our characters chosen. We've got our rooms kind of set up here. What
Yep.
next?
So then what you're going to do is you're going to have, there are 5 roommate meeple that are a little bit larger. That's your roommate meeple that are your characters. Then there's going to be a bag with the rest of the meeples. And in that bag, there's going to be 6 of each guest by type. So you're going to have 30 total guests available to you. And then you're going to start with 3 surprise guests as well, which are the white meeples.
These are cute color combinations. Like, they just work really well together.
Well, we worked on them. I originally had more of a traditional, like, Crayola color, but for colorblind people, orange and like those color oranges and greens and reds just mesh together. So we decided to kind of make it a little bit more bright. So we've got the surprise guests go in there, and then we're gonna shuffle up all the photo cards, shuffle up all the disaster cards, and then surprise cards, and make 3 piles of those, which it looks like you might have done already.
Yep. Those are sitting over on this side of the table here.
Yep. And then everyone is going to take their roommate meeples and start them in a different room on the board.
All right.
I mean, from it.
So who places first?
Yeah, who wants to start first? Matt, why don't you start?
Okay. You know what? Should I have seen my danger card already?
You shouldn't have seen. Yeah, you should not have seen anything yet.
All right,
so
I'm gonna pretend that I haven't seen them. So we did dole those out.
I think we should do the setup that we talked about earlier because it was just how our
it
characters
worked
would be.
personality-wise. So we were thinking, on a personal level, how we would start out on a party. So I would be in the kitchen cooking stuff.
Sure.
Dan would be in the bathroom getting ready still. And Josh would be being lazy and laying in bed.
Yep.
Not taking a nap, though. He's resting his eyes.
Rest of my eyes.
That's a very important designation.
I need my energy for the party. I'm a wallflower.
Got it.
It's
Got it.
very sturdy.
Now, one thing that is a little bit odd, but it's just so that the game works. If you're only playing with 2 or 3 or 4 people, you still add the other roommate meeple into the party just somewhere so that you have every color available on every turn. So they're just kind of other guests, but we start with them on the board as well.
All right, so Josh is throwing that out right now.
Throw them on 2 other rooms. And this way that on the first turn, you have the option of doing any combination that you might need.
So who are we?
This is Aaron
Aaron's not a jerk.
Well,
He's in the living room by himself
watching football.
watching football.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
And then,
Actually, he's on the recliner. Yeah.
I don't know who the cool guy is.
we don't know any cool people.
Well, like I said, we got the T-shirt on, so I guess that we'll take it.
That's
for now.
Heather. There we go.
Heather's visiting, so she's outside manning the barbecue.
Works.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. So you set that up. Then you would deal everybody out. Well, you'd get your player mat that explains the turn order and the movement of all the people. Then you would deal 2 photo opportunities to each player face up, and 1 disaster.
Matt, do you want to go over your photo opportunities and maybe we can go over your player board?
Yeah, so let me go over the player board and we can discuss the turn order, and then we'll discuss the individual cards that we've got, like the disasters and the photo ops.
Okay.
So on the left-hand side of all of our on the right-hand side first, it shows you a breakdown of everything we discussed already for the individual Meeple colors powers.
And it's got your player on the top. And it's important to note that we do use green screen, so we don't have special translucent.
Yeah, so the yellow and the green are a little bit see-through. But as for our turn order, Heather, do you want to walk us through that?
Sure. So every turn you're gonna follow this order. First thing you're gonna do is you must welcome a guest, which means grab the bag of meeple and draw 1 out at random. When you pull that guest, let's just say it was a flirt. If it was a flirt, you pick any room at the party. It can even be outside. Place them in it, and then they will do their action. So as you can see on the right-hand side, the flirt pulls a meeple from an adjacent room.
Mm-hmm.
So if we put the flirt into a room and all the adjacent rooms are empty, nothing happens. But if there's meeple in any of those rooms, at least one of those, you'll have to decide which one is going to pull into the room with the flirt.
Okay.
So that's what you're going to do on the first one. Then you must mingle as well. So mingling means to move any guest at the party or meeple to an adjacent room, and then again do their action. So let's say this time you want to move a wallflower out from the kitchen to the door. So if you were to take a wallflower and move them into the door, it says, it's a little hard to read here, but it says that you'd push a meeple to it from that room to an adjacent. So then you must do that action as well. And this is where it gets puzzly, where, oh, I thought I was going to do this, ooh, but then that's going to push into that room, that type of thing. Mm-hmm. So you must do those two actions. Then you check to see that there's no problems. So what you're going to do is you're going to check your disaster, that only trigger on your turn, only the one in front of you, and see if that condition was met. If it was met, that means we start stressing out. And these little cute sad faces on the left-hand side that say worry, panic, and stress out are where you place the little cubes that signify stress. So, if a disaster happened, we all take a stress. And we're getting a little bit, nervous that we're going to not make it through this party. But otherwise, maybe there's no problems. We're good to go. Either way, even if a disaster triggers, you still have the option to take a photo. So you check the board to see if any of the conditions of your photos are met. So maybe you needed 2 cool people in the kitchen, and there's 2 cool people in the kitchen. You got that photo, which is a point. And what that means is you're going to move along the time of the party, which is points. So you can see on the stream to the left that there's a little clock. You would move the hand up by 1 to signify that we got a point and we took a photo. And checking the clock basically just means to do the action that the clock says, which are little events, basically. The back of the clock explains what they are. It's usually adding people, removing people, moving people around, that kind of stuff. Exactly. And refreshing the disasters, which is the big one, because that way you're not stuck with the same thing the whole game.
Okay. So
that's your basic turn order, and you're gonna go through this. The only thing that could be a little bit crazy, and we can go over it when we go over the cards, is if you drew a surprise guest.
Okay.
Because instead of adding anyone, now you're gonna draw a surprise card and see what happens. Otherwise, it's the same steps.
So the first card that the turn order discusses is the disasters, right? So do we get to...
We have those dealt out, so those will be face up in front of your player board.
Okay.
So those will only take effect during your turn. Okay. So if you notice that the disaster triggers, whether it be on accident or there's nothing you can do about it, then we're all going to take a stress.
What's an example of a disaster?
So mine here is Go Fish, avoid bedrooms being empty. So on my turn, if during step 3, if there is an empty bedroom, then then everyone is going to take a stress cube.
Right.
Oh.
And I'll get into some ways you can avoid it aside from just moving people, but let's not get there quite yet. But basically, you're going to see this face up, and let's say it's Matt's turn. Josh has that. He's got 2 turns potentially to have people help clear that bedroom or get people into that bedroom. And if that can't be done, even if the beginning of your given turn has that condition, you have your welcome and mingle to try to take care of it.
Okay.
All right. So, do you want to go over our photos that we have here?
Yeah, because that's the next one that it discusses, right? Is take a photo?
Yep.
So what's a photo?
So we each have 2 photo ops. So those are the objectives that we're trying to complete when we move those around, as Heather was saying. So the 2 that I have, one is Nice Kitty, so a wallflower in a bedroom, which actually happens to work out now the way we have it set up. But if you notice, it actually has this equal symbol here. So I think we all have equal symbols to start out. Some of the cards have a plus symbol. So the equal symbol, it has to be just a wallflower in a bedroom. It can't have more meeples than that. But if you had a plus symbol there instead, it could be more people hanging out in the bedroom. There just needs to be at least a meeple, at least a wallflower.
And Heather, what does the cat caveat at the bottom mean? Cat refresh a photo.
A few of the photos that actually have the dog and the cat in the picture, if you're playing with the dog or the cat and they are in that room as well, you get that bonus.
Oh, okay.
So if the cat is also in there, you would get to refresh one of your photo ops if you wanted to. It's just an extra bonus. There's a couple in there with the dog as well.
So I would like to point out that we are playing with 2 of the extras here. So we are playing with the cat in the game, and we'll explain what the cat does in just a second. And we're also playing with a gift because, I mean, that's, we buy each other presents all the time.
Why not?
The cat gives me hives.
High five.
It's its own gift to you.
It's its own gift. Allergies.
And then that was a pretty easy one that I had there, just the wallflower in the bedroom by itself. My other one is shot. So 2 cools and 2 party animals in the kitchen.
With the Cheese Whiz. Is that Cheese Whiz?
Well, it's shots.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
it
the
is shots.
Cheese Whiz mimosas that we
I
were
think
talking
it could be used with shots, but I don't think so.
So again, as Heather was saying, when you complete that photo on your turn, as the objective is met, you advance the clock forward by 1, and that
Right.
essentially is 1 point towards victory. So actually, if you do both of them, you're awesome and you're having the time of your life, and you reduce the stress by 1 too.
Oh, that's neat. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a party bonus where whenever anyone takes both their photos, they heal a stress because again they're having the best time, so they're not stressing. They don't even care that happened earlier. They're feeling good. So that's kind of the idea there. The other thing that we didn't touch on, but we might want to bring up at this point when we're talking about the clock, is you also set how long you want the party to be. So you can either do a 6-hour party, like 6 p.m. to midnight, or a 9-hour party, or a rager for a 12-hour party.
Woo!
The longer the party, the harder it is to not stress out because you have to keep it going longer and longer.
So what's the length of the time on, let's say, a rager?
A rager, assuming you know how to play, it should be around an hour. Now again, that's assuming you win, because that's 1 full rotation around that clock, which is 24 photos collectively. If you stress out halfway through, it might only be a half an hour, but hopefully you don't. So it's gauged to be about an hour for the longest game, about 45 minutes for the mid-range, and about a half an hour for the low.
So it's like an Extra Life stream, and at some point in this game, everybody else is supposed to go to bed, and Josh is awake playing computer games.
Yes.
Okay.
So how do you guys feel about what length of party that you want to do for this demo here? Heather, do you have a recommendation for us?
I mean, when I'm at a con or anything like that and I do a demo, I usually do the short parties just so we can stop and talk in between, but I'm also fine with doing the mid-range one as well, if you want to, since we have a little more time.
Let's do a mid-range one.
Let's do a 6-hour party.
Because I don't think I ever
That's a
want to
9-hour
do
party.
a 24-hour Extra Life stream. Maybe.
What do you mean? That's
It's
a
6,
9-hour
9, or 12.
party. Right. So if I
So
put
you
it to
can start
6,
on any of the
That's a short party.
12, 3, 6, 9. Yep.
You put it at 3, and it'll go 3 to midnight. It'll be 9 hours.
Sure.
Right?
Like a barbecue.
But I mean, you could do a short party too. But okay. So you're saying to put it at 3 and then have a 9-hour party?
Yeah. That's the
Okay.
medium one.
Sure.
Right, Heather?
You can start wherever, as long as you start on one of the shaded colors and end on one of the other shaded colors, it's fine.
Who starts a party at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Joshua?
Was it a barbecue?
Yeah, it's 4th of July barbecue. You start that, and you just keep going.
All right, that's fair enough.
This is our
That's
this is our postponed Labor Day barbecue.
there we go.
It's the
Yeah,
hurricane
yeah.
party. Well, that would be an all-dayer.
Yeah.
That's an all-day.
All right. So Anne, let's see your pictures there.
Okay, so my first one is a Molly Ringwald-inspired photo.
A wallflower and a cool in the dining room. It's 16 cameras. All right. And again, that's an equals, so you need just them in there.
And here, this one's a little interesting.
So dishes are done. 3 meeples in the kitchen. Oh, I thought he had to pee for a second there, but he's holding a really heavy garbage bag.
So did
Yeah.
I.
He's got the trash. Yeah, so those are gray, which means they can be 3 of anyone, any color.
Cool.
The art reminds me of Gumby.
A
Yeah,
little bit.
A little bit.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah,
Josh,
that-
what's yours too?
I got hot goss.
Oh, hot goss, like gossip. So 2 cools in the room. Ah. All right. And then what's your other one, Josh?
Is this a bed?
So this is 2 flirts in a bedroom. Ooh.
Pushing the PG-13 there.
How salacious.
Keep the door open.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So we start Matt's disaster. What about everyone else's?
Yeah, we saw my disaster. And what's your disaster? So avoid rooms with only cools.
Look, this is a real life disaster for me.
We're totally judging you.
Yeah.
So so you and Josh are gonna be working a little bit against each other because he wants 2 cools in a room for that hot goss.
Well, you better.
And Josh, what's yours there? So this is snooping. Avoid jerks in bathrooms.
Yep.
That's a good life rule.
They're,
So
they're,
Aaron's not allowed to go to the bathroom.
they're going through your medicine cabinet, judging you on your toothpaste brand.
Probably.
All right, so real quick, Heather, let's go through the cat and the gift and what those add to the game, and then I think we can start.
Sure. Let me start with the gift because that's kind of just a completely tangential thing. On your turn, either anytime before you check for disasters, if your roommate Meeple is in the room with a gift, you can draw a gift card and open a gift and see what you get. So there's a stack of cards that have all kinds of fun things that you can open, and they give you a special bonus. So sometimes it's going to be an immediate thing, like a heal of stress. Another thing might be something you could save for later, like take an extra mingle or refresh your photos, that kind of thing.
Or we get some board games and we get more guests over because of how awesome those board games are.
This is how you make friends, right?
Play board games.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly. And then the cat, both the cat and the dog actually act as basically an additional roommate because that's what they are. And the cat is basically a wild. You mingle it just one space like you would anyone else, but it acts as either a flirt, a jerk, a wallflower, a party animal, or a cool because that's cats. Like they can be whatever they feel like being on that given day. So when you move them into that room, they'll count as whatever you say it is for that one turn. It doesn't stay that way. It just goes back to being a cat. And it doesn't count against you if it's in a room, that kind of thing later.
But Heather, correct me if I'm wrong here. Those don't count towards photo ops, correct?
What, being wild or the cat?
The cat itself can't count towards your photo op, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yes.
All right, so you get their action, you just don't get them in a picture because they're elusive.
Nyabra was asking about the card.
Oh, and yeah, the kitty cat card. So the cat starts in the kitchen, and this is a little hard to read here. When you mingle, the cat counts as any guest type, so it's a wild card. So also, if we weren't playing with the cat, there is a little 2D cat Meeple that's staring into the refrigerator longingly over here, which I thought was adorable.
Oh, that is cute.
Matt and I were saying that the cat opened up the fridge, was looking for dinner.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Any
It's
other?
Garfield.
It's looking for lasagna.
I hate Mondays.
Yeah, we're not playing with the dog, but it's really quick to explain. The dog is basically a flirt, but it can teleport. It goes to any room where a roommate is and then draws someone to them because they're cute dogs. So.
That works. That works.
And then there's also the cake, which I feel on a personal level, where you play with a number of slices equal to the number of roommates, and then when you go in and end your turn there, you can eat a piece of cake and then reduce your stress.
Emotional eating much?
Yeah, stress eating is a very real part of my life.
Sounds about right.
Right. So those are the upgrade pieces. Sorry, that's my coffee maker. Yeah. So we got the upgrade pieces, and just to mention, we're not playing them, but there's a couple challenges, especially that are fun for solo play, like the hot tub time machine challenge and after party as well. That's like a short party you can play after you win the game. So just to make it a little bit, more fun.
More interesting. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's cute.
The hot tub one is how many people you can cram into the hot tub before you get stressed out. It's pretty adorable.
I feel like that's a dumb game we would actually play.
You haven't played that game before.
Well, I guess we could, so many people have been saying, oh, we got to make a LARP of this at a con and do it real life. So that would be really funny to try to do that.
There you go.
Yes.
You get a kiddie pool. Call it the hot tub.
Yeah.
All right. So, Heather, what's the rules for who goes first?
Basically, it's the last person who's been to a party is what as written. If you can figure that out, otherwise, feel free to go first if you want. But that's the way we determine who goes first. Doesn't matter who's playing as which roommate or anything like that.
I was just thinking, and I don't think that there's a party that I've been to in the past few years that you two aren't already at.
I mean, we're basically roommates at this point. I actually went to a pool party this weekend.
What?
So
You didn't tell us.
No, I have to have time away from you. It's healthy.
So rude.
So I'll be going first. Thank you very much.
Right.
So,
What?
all right. So per turn order here, I'm going to welcome a guest to the party. So I am going to. Oh, I got myself a jerk.
Good job.
Oh.
Yeah, you would bring the jerk to the party.
I mean,
Great job, Matt.
all right. So I'm gonna put the jerk outside.
You're gonna put him outside?
Yeah. And the reason I'm putting him outside is because I want to send the cool 2 spaces away from the
Heather.
jerk.
That's Heather.
Yeah. So Heather is
Yeah.
gonna come and lend me assistance in the kitchen here.
Because she was
I
at
don't
the.
like that guy that just showed up.
I know.
Yeah.
And you were manning the barbecue, and now you're going
Yeah.
to the kitchen. So
Yeah.
you're bringing the food that you've cooked in.
She
I
was
like it.
she was prepping the kebabs.
Ah,
Exactly.
this is good. Okay, so then
Okay.
All right, so after that, then I have to
Mingle.
mingle. So what I was going for here was the shots, which obviously I can't get right now. I've
For-
set it up as best as I could.
everybody.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to move the flirt out of the bathroom and into the living room, and
What the
then
hell,
that's
Aaron?
going to attract the other jerk that was just outside back inside.
Come on, man. This is not the situation I want to be in.
You were in a bad party starting out bad for you.
So I would like to
Sacrificial
point
lamb?
out that all the movement here is orthogonal, not diagonal.
Okay.
So you
Right.
have to go through the rooms.
That actually, I was going to bring that up too. Is the entire tile is the room. There's no specific entrance or doorway or anything like that. So you can go between the door and the bathroom and the kitchen. Just by going over those black lines.
It's
no
open
specific-
concept.
I
It's
was
open.
I
It's
was
very open concept.
I was gonna ask that because like the fridge and the counter are here, and I was like, do you walk through?
You know what? We were doing that, and people were so the picture of the doorways or anything would actually make people only go those ways. So it's like, you know what? It's just kind of a suggestion of a room.
Gotcha. So
All
you
right, so you've mingled. Are you welcomed and you've mingled?
Yeah. So I just realized I messed up. So we're all gonna take a stress because I'm dumb.
what did you do?
Well, we left the bedroom empty. So the poor fishies.
Ooh.
I'm stressed out. So that was my own fault. I rushed my turn there. But so first up, there is a problem. So I'm triggering the disaster. So
Well, one second, I just want to bring this up because I was waiting until we got into the situation, but we got into it pretty quickly. So there is one thing we didn't go over some ways you can get out of stress. So obviously we already mentioned if you take both your photos, you heal a stress. But those 3 stress spots are basically available spots for you to take stress to help people out. So Matt could choose to take a stress, just Matt, and refresh that disaster so that it doesn't go off. But in doing so, it's a risk because the next disaster could still go off. But that is an option. You could go ahead and say, you know what, I'm just going to take one for the team. I messed up here. I'm going to take a stress. That way Anne and Josh don't have to take it. But you're still kind of at risk because when you refresh, who knows what you're going to get. So just want to bring that up, that is something else you can do with your stress slots when you have them open.
So when you say refresh, do you mean in this case that he's gonna pull a new disaster?
Correct. He's going to get rid of that one and then draw a new disaster, basically.
So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take 1 stress. So I'm worried right now, but I'm getting rid of this, and I'm going to take myself a new disaster. And oh boy. Jealous rage. Avoid rooms with jerks and flirts.
Well, a perfect example. So it's a little bit pressure luck there going to do that because it could still happen. But, you were trying to save the team there.
So I'm assuming, can you not cycle through it twice then?
Right. Now, the rules as written, and you can see this on BGG, so people have already had this question. As written, you could do that again because you have an open slot. But the only times you could do it are after your welcome and after your mingle. So really, you could do it. You should have done it before your mingle and then now. But technically, you could do it twice on a turn. But I agree with you. In this case, you would just take it. Everyone would take a stress, and Matt will try to heal some stress later.
You get a stress, and you get a stress.
Thanks for stressing me. The party hasn't even started.
I haven't got out of bed yet.
No, you know what? This is
You're stressing me out.
This is so appropriate because nothing has even happened yet. And both of you are already having me stressed out.
Well, the good thing though is that Josh is playing with the kitty in the bedroom over there. So I got one of my photo ops. So this is gonna trigger. So
Yep, so you still get the points. Mm-hmm.
That's going to go there. We're going to move up one on the clock. And so the next one is lay a meeple down.
So laying a meeple down, again, I thought I would bring it up as we got to it, is where you take any meeple at the party. It can be a roommate or a guest, and you lay them down to signify they're basically stuck in that room. And then someone has to spend a mingle to wake them up. Which is kind of, hey, go over there, like, what are you doing? Now, the idea isn't that they're asleep. It might just be that they're sitting down in there or they're taking a nap or whatever. They still count as their person in that room, but it just is a little bit of a hardship for players with them being stuck in that room, possibly.
All right, so Josh, you're asleep now because you're actually taking a nap. You're not just resting your eyes.
Oh, I fell asleep as the party started.
Yeah. You're stressed out, but you fell asleep.
There you go.
Stress sleep.
Right.
Straight
so
snap.
That's the event that happened, and then you would pass the bag, and the next player will go.
So I restock now, right, Heather? I draw a new photo op?
Correct.
Okay.
Right. Part of the check the clock is that, and then you restock all of anything that you, any photos or disasters.
So I got the show off. So a cool and a jerk in a room.
Sounds all right. Okay, so I'm going to start, and it's welcome.
Yeah. So who are you welcoming?
Of course, I bring the cool people to
cool
the party.
kids,
You
yeah.
bring the jerks, and I bring the cool people. So I think that the cool person, I need to have them not in the same room as me. And this is going to draw you've got me in the center of the house.
Put it in the kitchen,
Why
and
do
then you
I-
do your kitchen.
Oh, that's a great idea. That's a great idea. And you get two cools in a room for your photo. And you
I'm
need
gonna-
one more party animal for your photo.
Yes.
Okay.
But I have to have just two cool people in the room, no one else.
Yeah. So he can move the party animal
Oh.
out on his turn. See how that
Right.
plays out.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, so now I need to move a guest to an adjacent room and execute action.
No, first you have to do the action for the cool guy,
But nothing happens.
but nothing happens.
Nothing happens because there's nobody in the two adjacent rooms.
Correct.
No one's adjacent to pull. Exactly. Yep.
Okay, and then now I do mingle, move a guest to an adjacent room and execute their action.
Mhm.
So I want to get the jerk out of the room. You've already gotten rid of your bedroom issue disaster.
Well, I still have the jealous rage. Right? Oh, no, I'm sorry, Heather. Because my jealous rage went off, that went away and I get a new one, correct?
That's correct. Correct.
Okay.
Yes. So that
Oh.
part of your restock would be that's gone, and then you would refill it. But that new one you got is already after you've done that step, so that wouldn't trigger till your next turn.
Oh, it doesn't trigger till...
No, the
Well,
new one
see-
you
Oh, the
just
new
got.
one. Sorry,
Because the
gotcha.
jealous rage went off, and you just refilled it. That doesn't go off right then.
Right.
know.
So this is avoid rooms with jerks and party animals.
Right. So that's going to be the one for Matt's next turn. Right.
Okay. I think that the new jerk can go outside. That's me activating his thing.
Yep.
Or the mingle. And then push a meeple 2 rooms away. But there's nobody else in here with him,
Right.
so it doesn't matter.
Perfect. Right. Nothing happens. Yep.
Okay, now I have to see if I have a problem with my disaster, which is the judging me, which is avoid rooms with only cools. So I'm okay
No
because
problem.
the 2 cools are there with Matt. And then I get to check my photos. So I've
Yep.
got 1 because I have 3 meeples in the kitchen.
3 Meeples in the
Yay.
kitchen. They're cleaning up before the party even gets started.
I like it.
We weren't cleaning from the last party. We're still prepping.
So
They're still prepping.
yeah. So you go ahead and up the clock by a point.
Okay.
Do you get your second one too?
No, because it's only a wallflower and a cool in a room.
In
In
the
a dining
dining
room.
room.
Yeah, in the dining room.
All right. So that's pushing us forward to a surprise.
Ooh. What does that do?
So what you're gonna do is you're going to restock your photo, which is just part of your restock phase.
Okay.
But then basically this is in between Anne and Josh's turn. The surprise is the event. So draw a surprise card, whoever wants to, and this surprise guest just shows up, and this event happens.
Okay.
All right. So we've got the gamer move all wallflowers to a bedroom, which he is already, and then wallflower roommate loses a stress.
Oh, cool.
Oh, he's sleeping. He's not stressed.
That's so good.
I'm sleeping and playing video games at the same time.
I did
It's
get
talent.
I did get a new one, a new photo.
And so this is. Are you okay? So this is a flirt and a jerk in a bathroom.
That's so weird.
All right.
So then I've restocked them all good, and now it's Josh's turn?
That's
Yep.
correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yep.
So who are you welcoming to the party, Josh?
I got cool guy.
Nope.
Party animal.
Yes.
Party animal.
Okay. I need. What's party animal to pull?
It pulls from 2 spaces away. So if you want, I don't want to metagame for you.
I know.
You're a smart guy. You'll figure it out. So
It's
Heather-
also good to mention while he's thinking that if people are colorblind or have low vision, like Josh apparently possibly does,
Definitely,
the game
definitely.
comes with some stickers to help with that as well, so that it doesn't change how they feel in the bag. Everyone's going to have a sticker on it. It just helps to see the actual type.
So I'm gonna put the party animal in the dining room,
Okay.
and I'm
Okay.
gonna call the other party animal out of the kitchen.
No. From
Why?
2 spaces
Oh, it
away.
has to be from 2 spaces away.
Yes.
Then put them outside.
Okay.
So this party animal is going to follow. Boop, boop.
And they got a party in the hot tub.
Hot tub party
tub.
with the party animals. Woo!
And then I get to activate a meeple. I'm gonna move the flirt into the bedroom.
Okay.
How? It's orthogonal. Oh, this one.
Well, that bedroom, yeah.
And then I can have that go to the wallflower to wake him up, right? He wouldn't move though. The mingle action.
Right. It would not move, but it would have to pull someone if it can. So it would have to pull the jerk in with it.
Okay.
It looks like the living room. Your other option in that case would have been to just stand up the wallflower.
Okay.
That's another thing you can do on your mingle.
All right. Now the jerk's
But
gonna
if
go
it's
in the bedroom with you.
No big deal.
All right. So then, do you have any disasters, Josh?
Avoid jerks in the bathroom. There's no one in the bathroom, so we're good.
Okay.
Good.
And then I have hot goss. 2 cools in a room that I got completed.
All right. So that's
That's
going to
good.
up the clock by 1. Boop, boop. And do you do your other one, Josh?
No, I need 2 flirts in a bedroom.
All right. So we are going to add a guest now. So your new one
Okay.
is, did you hear? A room with only flirts and ghouls.
More goss, basically.
Yeah.
So when you add a guest, the terminology for versus add versus welcome. Welcome is you do the whole action. You put them into any room. You do their action. Add is literally just add without activating their action, and those always go in at the door.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Hey, it's another flirt.
Yep. So now there's just adding more people to the party, but it's not really messing with your plans.
Okay.
All right. So I am going to welcome a party guest. So I've got a flirt. I'm going to put the flirt in the living room. And then the flirt's going to pull the jerk into the living room with her because my disaster was rooms with jerks and party animals.
Yep.
So I'm avoiding that.
That's a good idea.
Then I am going to move the party animal back into the dining room, which is then going to pull a Meeple from 2 away. So then I'm going to bring the...
Well, you.
I'm going to bring the flirt... Oh, no, you... I'm trying to think of what I want to do here. Yeah, I'll bring the jerk from the bedroom over... No, not the jerk. I'm sorry, the flirt from the bedroom over into that room there. Yeah.
It's me, so I'm gonna go to the pizza where I belong.
All right, so...
Now, is that your roommate Meeple in there, Matt?
It is.
Okay, so you would have on your turn. You could take a gift if you would like while you're in
yes.
there.
I would love to take a gift. Thank you.
Why, yes.
Oh, I got a lava lamp.
I love lamp.
Thanks, a lava lamp. That's cool, I guess.
That's the dud. That's the dud.
Now I know what to get you for Christmas.
And then as for my photos, I actually didn't take any photos on this turn, so nothing happens.
Lame. Okay. So then.
So no disasters, but no photos.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm still pretty
Alright.
stressed over here, though, so there's that.
That's why you went into the room with the pizza?
Yeah, and the gift. I'm just like, I need a present.
It's my birthday. Okay.
You got a cool guy.
Yeah, because I told you I bring all the cool people to the house.
Bring in the cool people, yeah.
I need to get rid of that situation.
So you can do that really easily with your cool person. Because if you put your cool person in the dining room, then you can
Pull two meeples from an adjacent room. Okay. But do I need... Oh, and I need to get... But I only need one cool person and a wallflower in
No
here.
wallflowers nearby.
No, there's just you.
You're good. You
Sleeping.
can put the flirt and the jerk in the bathroom.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good second move because that basically gives it to you.
Nope.
No.
Don't do that.
Wait. Pull two meeples from adjacent
You're
rooms.
trying
But you
to-
only want the two of them in there.
Yeah.
You're trying to get the cool people out of the kitchen because they
Yeah.
can't be in there by themselves.
Yeah, so take care of the cool people with that.
Okay. So I'm putting the cool person in the here, and then I activate his thing.
In the here.
Yeah.
In the dining room.
And then this goes here.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
But then
So
how do I get both people in here?
Because now you have to mingle.
Oh, so I can move the flirt in here.
And the
Yep.
flirt draws the jerk into the bathroom.
yep, exactly.
That's weird. He's gonna go this way. Okay. She's washing. It's like a dollhouse. Like this is I'm arranging.
The jerk's not using the litter pan? It sounds like a jerk thing to do.
Are you okay? No, he's not.
Maybe. Okay. So then, do I have any disasters? Avoid rooms with only cools. No, that's good. Take a photo. Yes. Take a pic.
All right.
It's a Go Diego Go song. 'Cause I...
The other thing is your roommate Meeple, I believe, is in the dining room, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So I get a gift.
Take a gift, yes.
So, Anne, you got some board games.
That sounds
So
right.
you can use this at any time. You could discard this on your turn to welcome an additional guest.
I like this.
All right. So we have a surprise now.
Ooh, wait. I gotta get
That
my
was
new
the that
photo
was the clock
first.
event. Okay.
So your new photo is Pinata, 6 meeples outside.
Okay.
I mean, you can do that really easily.
I think so.
And then
Yeah, and
there's-
it's got a plus, so that means it can be even more.
Everybody's going outside.
all right. So you ready for our surprise
Yeah.
here? I got to take this. Remove a cool roommate. Remove a cool roommate takes stress.
Oh.
We're not actually playing with the cool roommate though.
Yeah.
So
This is okay.
You're lucky. That would have been me if I was physically there. So,
Yeah.
so in this case, still remove a cool if there is a guest level, which there is.
Yeah.
If there, for example, if it said remove a wallflower, the only wallflower is Josh's roommate, we would not remove it because we can never remove the roommates from the party.
Cool.
That way, it makes sense. Plus, that you'll always have one color available to you. So in this case, we just kind of get lucky and nobody takes a stress because their cool roommate isn't playing.
So does this go back into the bag, or does it just leave the game?
It goes back into the bag.
Okay.
Everything goes back into the bag. And whenever you withdraw a white surprise guest, it only goes on the board if it tells you to. Otherwise, they go back into the bag as well. All right.
Okay, so then that's the end of my turn. We did the surprise, which is between these 2 turns, and now it's Josh's turn.
So Josh, who are you welcoming to the party?
I got another wallflower.
Sounds about right. Yeah, okay.
So who's in the dining room?
There's 2 cools and a
Party animal and a
and a
flirt.
flirt.
Matt, me, and 2 cool people. Matt, me, Heather, and another cool person. So everybody but you.
He just woke up. Oh, he's still
No, he's still sleeping. He's going to be sleeping throughout the party.
This wallflower is going to go in the other bedroom.
And so they immediately make that jerk leave.
Yep, they're going to the living room.
Because they're so boring.
They're just taking a nap. They got there just to go to sleep.
And then I'm going to activate the cat.
Oh.
The cat's going to go check out the dining room.
And what is the cat?
The cat's going to be a wallflower.
Oh, okay.
And it's going to make that, you go away, Matt.
To where?
The party person. You can go, sure, go to the kitchen.
Thank you.
Right. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
I forgot about,
He's trying to get the flirt and the cool together in a room,
which I have,
right?
but I forgot about
Right.
my,
Jerks only.
I will refresh my,
Well, what is it?
no
Avoid
jerks in the bathroom.
Jerks in the bathrooms.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Which I could have got rid of if I thought about it, but didn't think
Okay,
about
so
it.
your new one is avoid rooms with only jerks.
That's going to trigger as well.
Yeah.
That's
So does everybody get a stress?
Yep, everyone
Yep.
gets stressed.
Joshua, you're not
So-
even awake and
Now-
you're stressing everybody out. I'm panicking.
Now, here's the good thing. If someone, and I believe Matt is the person that has 3 stress, that doesn't mean they're not playing anymore. It just means they don't have any available slots to refresh. They're stuck with whatever they got. And when we should have mentioned this, I guess, in the beginning, is if the game ends if you don't get through the party, or if you get through the party, or if all of you stress out.
So if
So
all 3 of us
everybody
had 3
open
stress.
So I did complete my photo. Did you hear?
Did I hear what? Do you hear what I hear?
Wait, it's equals.
Yeah, that's not right, Josh.
A room with only flirts and cools.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Oh.
Well, you want to back
So he's
That's-
got
I got
Yeah.
2
Yeah.
cools and a flirt.
Okay.
That's all that's in there.
the cat doesn't count for that, right?
Yeah.
Heather?
No, the cat doesn't count, so you're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll get
You're
that.
just using the power of the wild ring.
Then you've got 4 people at the door, lost keys.
He's looking in the underwear.
Why is
someone
someone
selling
underwear
underwear
in the
front?
coat closet?
Yeah.
I do not know.
It's
And
that
this
kind
is,
of
again,
party,
the
huh?
kind of funny thing where I was like, let me just let the artists go crazy.
No, none of the
I wrote
meeples are
this-
wearing clothing in any of the
I
pictures.
did say coat pile on a bed because you always see that. Well, I don't know if you do because you might not wear coats year round, but we always do. Every winter party, there's this pile of coats that people throw, right? So, I said to the artist, "Hey, just draw somebody going through looking for their keys or something," and he drew that. And I'm like, "That's too funny. I gotta keep it." All PG-13 enough that it's funny, but it's not too crass, you know.
Yeah.
So it's I'll allow it. I mean, he had a couple things I said you got to get rid of, but only.
So Heather, the clock landed on add the surprise. What does that mean?
Okay, so add the surprise means literally add an additional white meeple from the box into the bag.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
So there's more of a chance you're going to get a surprise as time goes on. You're also culling out guest meeples. So again, as the longer the party goes, the more likely you're going to get surprise guests that are going to mess with your plans.
All right. So I've got a wallflower. So what I want to do here,
The wallflowers?
a wallflower.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of that guy's name. I know it was Jacob. Jacob Dylan. Right?
Yes, because he's Bob Dylan's son.
Dylan's son. I was like, wait, that's why.
So I'm gonna put the wallflower outside. They went to go use the hot tub, but they're so boring that the party animal
Can he-
runs inside to the
Can
dining
he
room.
see out there with one headlight?
What?
God.
The band Wallflower.
I've never
It's like
The
their hit
Wallflowers?
song.
Jacob Dylan, it's Bob Dylan. We were just having a whole conversation.
Matt
doesn't-
wasn't paying attention.
I haven't heard their song since you've had the conversation.
One head. Never mind. I'm not singing.
Thank you.
Because then I'll be the jerk and people will leave the room.
All right, so then I am going to move a cool into the kitchen, and with that, it's going to pull 2 adjacent meeples. So these 2 are going to go in, and then I'm going to fulfill shots.
Nice.
Shut, 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 shut.
So do you trigger your
What was your
disaster?
disaster
No.
again? I forget.
So my disaster was a room with jerks and party animals.
Okay, so you're good.
So I got that done. It's going to advance the clock. And
Nice.
then I am going to draw a new photo. So my new photo is a flirt and a wallflower watching cat videos.
Aww.
Let me show you these
So-
cool videos I found on YouTube. Okay, Josh.
So on the clock, whenever you hit one of the milestones, the 3, 6, 9, or 12, that's when everyone refreshes all of their disasters and gets a new one.
Oh, okay.
Basically, the idea is like, we took care of this problem, but a new issue, is potentially going to happen. So
All right, so my new one is never turn on television. Avoid the living room having the most meeple. I'm okay with that one. And this one's yours. Peer pressure. Avoid rooms with party animals and wallflowers. He doesn't want to eat that lasagna.
I don't want people being taken
That's
advantage
you torturing
of.
me.
Sure is. And then Josh, yours is the smoke alarm. Avoid party animals in the kitchen.
Oh.
ooh, good thing you have a little time, but
Yeah. Okay. So my turn.
Yep, you guys are welcome some people to the party.
I will be welcoming another flirt. There's a lot of flirty people at this party.
And they're all coming for you. You can put them at the grill so they can make cheeseburgers.
That's such a wait. Where was your explanation for why the flirt belongs? I hate you. I just got it.
You
It
just
took a
got it?
while.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I hate you. That was an inside joke and it was so mean. I hate you. Okay, I need to get the wallflower or the cool person, or I need to get a bunch of people outside.
The flirt can call people inside.
That's the exact
outside.
opposite
Outside.
of what I need. Thanks, Josh.
You can summon one person inside with a flirt.
Thank you for giving me the exact opposite of what I needed.
here's what you're not going to do.
Thank you. I need to do... Okay. I need to move them. I was thinking if I put the meeple here, then I can pull one cool in here. But then I would move... I could activate the... Oh, how did I do that in my head?
Move the
don't-
cool,
I
then
could-
move the cool outside to activate it with two
No,
more
I
people.
would
like
move the
take
cool
the
here, and then
cool
I'd
in
pull
there
the
and-
wallflower here. So then I'd have the wallflower in the cool here,
The
but
cool
then I
doesn't pull 2 away. The party animal pulls from 2 away.
pull 2 meeples from adjacent rooms. Oh, that's right. So I could... Oh, and that would not help me either. Okay, so...
And you just need the 2 of them in there.
Right, so I would need to be able to fix that next time. Okay, so I want to avoid rooms with party animals and meeples, and I don't know if I'm going to get any of this turn, and I think I might be okay with it. So maybe I can help you to start getting your stuff done.
I need 4 maples at the door.
So I can do equal... Oh, no, or it could be more than
Yeah.
4. So if I put the flirt here and have her pull her...
I don't want any party animals in the kitchen. So if you take those out of the kitchen, would be
Okay.
awesome.
So that one, that's Matt. Matt can go to the door. And then I can move a guest to an adjacent room. I don't want to move this one there, though, because that will pull... oh, that's fine, because it'll pull too many people. Okay, so I can pull a meeple from 2 rooms away. You're dead. I've decided.
So, Anne,
I could
what do
move
you?
the...
What was your end goal here? You were trying to get a certain number of people into the door.
Yeah, but so if I pull the party animal, that's fine. Pulling people from 2 rooms away.
Or-
I can pull the wallflower from outside, and now there's 5 people, and that will help Josh to do his thing.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say you could.
Disaster.
I was gonna say you could move the cool into the hallway, and he would pull the cool and the party animal in.
You don't want
Avoid
this.
rooms with party animals and
Yeah,
wallflowers.
so-
Is
Yeah,
it
so you don't wanna-
just?
You don't want to
No,
have the
that's- you
wallflower.
can't
No, it
have
just
them in a room.
means, those just mean if there's any purple and yellow together.
Okay, so I can't have that.
Not 1, 2, or
You
100.
can move
Yeah.
the flirt or the.
Say if you move the cool into the door, then you can pull the other two from the kitchen into the doorway with them.
And now there's nobody.
So now there's a hallway party, a door party.
With the washing machine.
Yeah,
I guess they're looking through the coats.
Yeah,
they're trying to help everyone find their keys.
With the coats we don't have in Florida, right?
Yes.
Yes. All right, so disasters. Do I have purples and yellows? No.
No.
Did I get any of my pictures? Definitely not. And so now that's the end of my turn,
Mm-hmm.
and it's Josh's turn.
I got jerk.
All right, where are you putting Mr. Jerk?
I'm gonna put the jerk in the dining room.
Okay, so it sends the flirt running 2 spaces away.
They're gonna run to the bedroom.
Thank you.
And then I get to move 1.
Don't forget about Mr. Kitty Cat. If you want like a nothing move, you can pretend the cat was a jerk and just send him into the kitchen to be a jerk by himself.
Or you can stand yourself up.
I could
but you
stand
don't,
myself
again, it's not
up.
hurting anything.
Or you could just keep napping.
I could keep napping. I just
You are.
nap forever. Sleep through the whole
Sometimes
party.
you get that room.
At this point, it's a challenge for you to just sleep through the whole party.
Yeah, I like that challenge though. That'd be
Oh.
kind of fun.
I'm gonna move one of the jerks into the bathroom.
To-
That's not gonna quite do what I want.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to get 2 flirts in the bathroom, in the bedroom, but I have the wallflower in there watching like a creep, and I can't take my picture with the wallflower there.
Oh, but so I want a wallflower and a flirt in a room. So if you leave that, I could potentially
Okay.
set up for
All right, so I'm gonna wake up finally. All right, and then avoid party animals in the kitchen. There's no one in the kitchen, so we're good there. And I took my picture of 4 meeples at the door.
Trying to find keys. So then you get a new photo.
So your new photo is karaoke, a party animal, and 2 flirts in the living room or the garage. But we're not playing
And
with
it
the
does
garage.
have a plus. If you were playing with the garage, that also would count. Some of them will say or, because all of the roommate tiles actually have an additional room on the back. So we mentioned those in a few cards.
Oh.
So that did have a plus on it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that means you could have more people in there if you need to.
So, like, you would have that done if you don't. Oh, no, it has to be in the living room.
Yeah.
What was the trigger on that?
So the trigger is a surprise.
Oh, surprise!
Surprise time.
Be a
Uh-oh.
good surprise.
Uh-oh. The firefighter. Remove 3 meeples from the kitchen. All roommates take a stress.
Oh no! Well, there's no one in the kitchen, but
We all take a stress. That means we're all stressed out.
there are, just while we're talking about it, there are, out of the whole surprise deck, 50% just move people, 25% are on the bad side, and 25% are on the good side. So removing and taking stress and or removing people from the party.
So we lose. Our party stinks.
That was.
So did everybody get 3 stress?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do we have time to redeem ourselves?
I think you do.
Okay.
We could do a shorter game.
I think what happened is that first one, Matt was talking and not thinking, because that hurt us. That hurt everybody right off the bat.
Yeah.
Good job,
But
Matt.
yeah, we could.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, these are the roommate ones.
Okay. So these are the photos.
And then you want to try? Yeah, we can do another one. Let me just while you're resetting, we'll be back in 1 second.
Okay.
Well,
What are you doing?
So we'll
Take out
leave
the
the
one
board
surprise.
layout as it is. Are you okay to play with the gift, or do you want to try the cake this time?
that's up to you guys.
Let's do the cake, because that one reduces stress.
Let's do the cake and the dog.
Okay.
So the cake is a stress reduction, and the dog is an auto flirt.
So the gift card goes away, right?
Correct. So the gift card goes
Flip it
away.
over.
Flip it over.
Oh, the gift card goes away. Sorry.
But still flip it over.
I
Okay,
thought you meant
here you
the
go.
other gift card.
All right, so give me your photos, guys. Shuffle those in. Thank you. Can I have your disasters, please? Yeah, sorry. My first turn is what kind of killed us. And then Josh and I both, when we refreshed our thing, we kind of messed it up for everyone.
Where do these go? One in each room?
No, we decide what room we want the cake in. Cake's gonna go in the kitchen.
Oh, sorry.
No,
the
it goes
dog's
in the
here.
dining room where you eat like a person, you heathen.
Yeah, one of the things we were talking about, like, when you make that refresh, the fact that it doesn't automatically save you is why I liked it, because it's not 100% a get out of jail free card, but just like a real party, it's like, yay, everything worked out. So.
All right.
Oh, the puppy's so cute.
So we
the
got the
cat's not
cake.
gonna be in there anymore.
So the dog starts outside, right? I think that's what it is. Dog starts outside.
He starts in the hot
Yeah,
tub.
the dogs.
No,
I think if you flip that outside to the other side, there's a little picture of a dog, so that's why it's like,
it's
start
so
it where the picture of the dog is.
All right. So to go over the cake, it's gonna be a little hard to read here.
is a lie.
So the cake starts in any one room. If a roommate ends their turn in a room with the cake, they may eat one slice to lose a stress. So the cake is this super adorable individual pieces here. I say it's a cheesecake.
I would like to put little tiny candles on it.
And then we've
That
got
was something I would have liked to do, but was like one of the last stretch goals. We're like, well, we're going to do the wedges. That would have been really cute.
so then the dog starts outside. On a turn when you mingle the dog, it moves to any room with a roommate, then pulls a Meeple from an adjacent room. So the dog's a flirt that teleports.
It's so great. As
Exactly.
dogs do.
As dogs do.
What's the dog's name?
Jack.
Fido. Jeffrey.
Jack is not a
Fido.
flirt.
His full name is Jack Fido.
Cleo.
Jack Fido.
Oh, she's not a flirt either.
Yes, she is. She's just smelly.
She's
That makes her a jerk, so she pushes other people away.
All right, so my photos here, I've got $5 cover, party animal at a door, and 8 Meeples outside.
Does that party animal have a goatee?
He has
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what? It's reminiscent. A lot of the photos are of party movies, so it's supposed to be PCU if you've ever seen that movie, but without anyone really knowing it. That's what that is a picture from.
It's
No.
soul patches.
John Farvu is like in college, and that's what he has, like a party with a cover charge. So,
Jack Fido,
Um,
FBI.
which reminds me, while you're showing the photos, we should have you guys put your Meeples in the party a while,
Okay.
To put,
Who?
so
Oh.
you don't know
to start it up where we were
Yeah.
before.
I mean,
I'm okay with the original starting configuration. So then high fives, 2 cools, and a Meeple in a room, so both of mine are pluses. So then, Anne, your first one is group photo, 9 Meeples in a room. That's a plus also.
I
So
could totally do that.
Then you've got the obligatory 80s reference, which is 1 of each Meeple in a room. It's like a club of people who like to eat breakfast together.
kind of.
So then, Josh, you've got best friends forever. So 1 of each Meeple outside. And if you got the dog, you can refresh a disaster. If the dog's there.
Yep. If the dog's also there, yep.
And so we've got Meep thoughts. So a jerk and a
With Jack
wallflower
Hanna?
in a room.
With Jack Fido.
With Jack Fido.
So my disaster is open flame. Avoid the outside being empty. Then we've got...
That's a photo, Matt.
Huh?
You just grabbed a photo.
Yes, I did. Eat. Avoid the kitchen being empty. That's you, Ann. And then, Josh, yours is oversharing. Avoid rooms with only flirts.
And you're not allowed to be by yourself anymore.
So give me the bag. All right, so let's start us out here. So I've got welcoming a wallflower in. Okay, so there's no way I'm going to meet the $5 cover on this turn.
You sure?
Yeah.
Can't get 8 meeples.
So I have high five, so 2 cools and 2 meeples in a room. I'm not going to be able to hit that either. So
Let's just avoid the outside being empty.
yeah. So what's your negative one? You want no one in the kitchen or not no one in the kitchen? And then Josh, what's yours?
I don't want flirts alone.
All right. So I'm going to put the wallflower in the bathroom and then scare Anne out into the living room with the jerk. And so that's my
Yep.
first. Then I'm going to move. So the move that I'm going to do is I'm going to... Let's see. You want one of each color in the living room?
No, in any room. I want one of each color outside.
Okay, so then I'm going to move the dog to the living room. And then I'm going to teleport the wallflower from the bathroom into the living room. So the dog pulled
Right,
the
'cause you're
wallflower
using
out.
the flirt. It pulls someone. Right. Yep.
And that's going to end my turn, so no disaster happens, no photos happen. Say la vie.
And your turn.
Okay.
At this point, that's good.
Yeah, that was a lot better than my first turn last time.
So we have another wallflower. This is a lame party. This is lame.
Just a bunch. It's a board game party.
Okay, so the wallflower is going in the kitchen
Mm-hmm.
because it's Matt and Josh in the kitchen, and it's gonna push you into the dining room.
Yes. That's good. You got one of your photos.
And then, how do I have one of my photos?
Because now you could move the cool into the living room and pull the party animal.
And it's okay because your disaster isn't
It
activated on
only
my
goes
turn.
on my turn, yeah.
Oh, that's a good. But this is. Oh yeah. Hey, that's cool. I know that you are looking for them to be all outside though.
So how many people do you need for your group photo?
6.
6.
No,
No.
9.
9. Ooh,
Okay.
the other one. You're trying to get everybody outside, but I can't get everybody outside. So.
Well, you can get your own, and then Josh can worry about pulling everyone outside on his turn.
Okay, so then this is my mingle phase where the cool comes in, and then he's
Yep.
gonna pull 2 meeples from the, but there's only 1 meeple in the adjacent room, and that gets
So it only-
everybody into my
Group photo. No, it's the
And your
obligatory
disaster doesn't hit
reference.
because there's someone in the kitchen.
yes.
Breakfast Club esque thing.
And so now I refresh and I get a new photo.
And so we are now going to lay a meeple down. So, Anne, who's laying down?
Josh. Wasn't even a
You never
question.
leave that room. Both parties.
So you got house meeting. So 3 roommates in a bedroom. So it's the roommates specifically.
Okay,
Can I
Right,
be
the
sleeping
larger-
in the bedroom?
you're in it. We have meetings with you
true.
not paying attention all the time. It's the same thing.
That's very true. All right, so Josh, it's your turn. Who are you welcoming to the party?
What is
Flirt.
it? That's a flirt. Flirt's gonna go outside and pull the jerk. No, no, I want to leave the jerk in there. The party animal.
Okay, so the flirt pulls. What? Did you just know again?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, do that.
Okay. And now you need to pull a meeple from 2 rooms away, but there isn't one.
No.
Two.
No,
Pull 2.
I
Pull
triggered the
meeple.
flirt when I laid it. I don't trigger.
Oh
it
yeah,
now.
never just kidding.
Right, it doesn't keep changing. Right.
And then I'm gonna take the flirt, the other flirt, and go outside.
Okay.
And pull the cool guy. So I have a end of my turn. I don't have a room only with flirts,
Right.
so we're good.
Right.
So I have meep thoughts, a jerk, and a wallflower in a room.
It has a plus?
Nice.
Oh, no,
it's an
that's
equal.
That's sorry. I just realized.
They
that.
have
was-
it anyway. Yeah, he has it anyway. Yeah.
That was really good.
Nice.
Meep thoughts. Good job, Josh.
So then what becomes your new photo?
So Jersh's new photo is hot stuff. A flirt and a meeple in the bedroom. Looking for some hot stuff, baby, this evening.
No, it's an equals.
Yeah, you kind of like can't not sing that.
All right, so then that's going to trigger a surprise.
Be a good surprise.
And it is... Yo, DJ. That's my DJ. Move all cool to the living rooms, and then cool roommate loses a stress.
Ooh, could have used that last time. Well,
Yeah.
we didn't have cool roommate. All right, so they don't do their action; it just moves them there.
Okay.
basically.
All right.
Okay, so who am I welcoming to the party? We've got another cool roommate, so I am going to put them in the living room. And so that's going to draw 2 peeps over. So I am going to move.
You should move us over because we're.
Yeah, I'm gonna move the flirt and the party animal into the living room, and then I'm going to take the dog, and I'm gonna move the dog to the. I guess I'm gonna move the dog to the kitchen and say it's a.
You can't.
You don't say what it is.
Oh, it
is
teleports?
It's just a flirt. Yeah, so dog
Well, it
teleports.
teleports, but it has to go to where a roommate is.
Oh, to
roommates
where
only.
a roommate is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's the only stipulation. So it could go to the bedroom where Josh is, but it couldn't go there because that's a regular guest. Yeah.
Gotcha. So it's moving to the bedroom. There's no one around to trigger it. That's
Just
okay.
asking me to walk him now.
Yeah.
Wake up, walk me.
So there's someone outside, so my disaster doesn't happen. And then there's 2 cools and 2 meeples plus in the living room. So we're having a high five party right now. So we take
a good high five.
we take a picture of that. So that's going to progress there. We get 2. I'm going to draw a new photo. So my new photo op is adios. A roommate and 4 meeples at the door.
We're doing much better than we did last time.
Yeah.
Jinx it.
Yeah. Aside from the fact that, you started out with no disasters, a lot of these are pluses, which makes it nice, too.
Matt, what
So
are you doing?
What are you
there's about
doing?
a 50-50 split on plus ones and equals.
So I'm adding a guess because that's what the clock landed on.
Okay.
Thank you very much. And so, we got a surprise meeple.
Okay, so this is kind of an interesting one. If you pull the surprise, it still goes at the door in the game, on the board, I mean.
Mhm.
It just counts as a random guest. So for your group photo, for example, it would count. But it can only be pushed or pulled by the other guests and meeples. If you need to physically move it by itself, you have to draw a surprise card to do that.
Okay.
Oh.
So if you're mingling it, you need to draw a surprise card. Otherwise, it can be pushed or pulled, and it just counts as a generic guest in a room.
Oh, so whenever we try to move it by itself, it pulls a surprise card.
Correct.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's just a walking
so
chaos
it's
machine.
like
It's
an
a chaos
oddball
meeple.
case, but that does happen sometimes because you're going to be drawing things out of the bag, and basically, it doesn't hurt the game. It just makes it a little bit more interesting because now instead of doing just that mingle movement, you're going to get surprises, which could mess with your mingle anyway. So
That's super interesting. It is. It's like a bull in a china shop. Okay. I am going to welcome another flirt to the party.
flirt's and cool. That's it. That's all it's been, right?
I mean, it started off as 3 wallflowers, and then like the cool
Oh, that
people
was
showed up.
You had the wall. Okay.
If you put it in the bedroom, I can trigger my thing on my turn.
I didn't mean to drop it. Okay, but I need to get 3 roommates in a bedroom, so.
If you move the cool roommate to the bedroom, and then you move the other 2 roommates with it, right?
Yes.
For your second action.
I need to get you. You can't move.
There's
He's
3
saying-
roommates in the living room right now.
Sorry. So what he's saying is if you put the flirt meeple in with him,
Mhm.
then that will trigger the ability on his photo on his turn. Nothing happens because nothing's adjacent. Yours is
Right.
to pull 3 roommate meeples into a bedroom.
Oh, and the green one, even though we're not those players, they still
Correct.
count.
It's
Yes.
just that type of piece, right, for the photo
Okay.
itself.
All right. So welcome them there. It doesn't do anything. Then I'm going to move the cool one to the bedroom to mingle. They're going to pull. What does it matter? What's significant? What else needs to happen? Like between these 3, which 2 am I pulling?
Doesn't matter.
You guys don't care. You
Nah,
guys
not
don't
really.
care. Okay. So then I'm going to pull these ones there. Okay. So now and my kid. Okay. So now I check for my disaster. It's fine. The wallflower's hanging out in the kitchen. Drowning
cat.
with the cat. It sounds right.
Yep.
I've done the house meeting.
All right. So you've completed that photo. So we're going to up the clock. And
Nice.
then that's going to give you a new photo, which is the eye contact. A room with only flirts and wallflowers.
So that would mean it could be 1-on-1, or it could be 4 flirts and 1 wallflower. As long as they're the only 2 in the room, it works. So like Josh's room would be that right now.
Yep.
Okay.
And then it's going to trigger a surprise.
Okay.
And this is the Daredevil. move all party animals outside.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, and it is now Josh's turn. Who are you welcoming to the party, Josh?
The cool person.
No.
The party animal.
There you go.
Whew.
Party animal. Pull Meeple from 2 rooms away.
Yes.
So it has to be exactly 2 rooms away?
Yes.
Okay.
Now you can choose to go, like if you needed someone to go to the bathroom from your bedroom, you could go, well, I guess, you could go like, I guess that just wouldn't work. But for example, like you can choose which path you want to go. So if you wanted to go from the door to the bathroom, you could actually go door, living room, bathroom.
He's going to go in the dining room,
Okay.
and he's going to pull the jerk from the bedroom.
He's so cool that he attracts the jerk.
Yep. And
Jerk's
then
like,
I'm going to move the
this guy all
cool guy from the living room into the outside, and he's going to pull the wallflower and the jerk.
Then you've got
Okay.
your outdoor breakfast club.
So I did Best Friends Forever, which is one of each Meeple outside.
Biffles.
Yay.
Yay!
Yay.
And I also did Flirt and a Meeple in the bedroom.
Oh, you did too?
Yeah, I did too.
Look at that. So you would have
Yay.
lost the stress if you had any stress.
So
I've
he
been sleeping
gets
all the time.
to move up
No
to-
stress.
If he had a stress, he would lose a stress. Yes. In this case, of course, we're doing so much better that it doesn't matter, but that would be how that would work. Yes.
All right, and so
And
that
then
jumped the clock
Okay.
ahead too. So now we are going to reset our disasters.
Okay.
Okay. Do we
Yep.
trigger both things as it set?
No, it's just the second thing.
Okay.
And whenever you would pass the disasters, if for some reason you trigger, you'd pass it, you still trigger that one. That's the only one.
Okay.
So
All right.
you get your new photos.
I'm still stressing about my fish, by the way.
Goodness.
Yeah.
So Anne,
Yeah.
you've
You
got
were
a jealous
worried
rage
about
now.
them last party. You can't
Jealous
leave them
rage.
alone.
And I must not have shuffled great because the snooping comes up.
This was not a great shuffle.
And I need 2 new photos.
Yep. So photo number 1 is the hipster mixologists. So this is a party animal and a cool in the office or the dining room.
Yep.
You're almost there with it too. And then you, a wallflower and a jerk at a door. Okay, so my turn. 5 people outside.
There is 5 people outside. Oh, you were
You've got
trying to...
5 people
Yeah.
out there, unless there needs to be something else.
So I got a cool guy.
What photos do you have to do?
So a party animal at a door and 8 meeples outside. So
I just need 9 meeples in a room, so we should try and get lots of people outside.
Yeah. So you can start that on your turn. What?
I love your co-op spirit.
You know it. So, trying to see what I want to do here. So it's okay. So Heather, question for you: it's a roommate and 4 meeples at the door. I'm assuming that the roommate does not count towards those 4 meeples.
Right. So it would be the roommate piece. You need at least one of those, and then 4 anything else. So it could be other roommates and guests, but as long as you have 1, right? So it'd be 5 total.
Gotcha. Okay, so
But that white one would count because it's just a generic meeple.
right. So I'm gonna put
Right.
the cool guy in the living room. So I'm gonna pull the party animal there and the other cool guy there, and then I'm going to activate the cool guy, and I'm gonna go up here and pull these 2 over. So I just need 1 more meeple there, but unfortunately I can't do that right now. So that's going to end my turn.
Okay.
And it's over to you, Ann.
Ruining my plans. Okay.
So don't forget your jealous rage, Ann.
Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah? There's no flirts or jerks in a room, so why are you...
Yes, there are.
The
Outside.
Oh, okay.
Outline. But
So,
you have your welcome and mingle to take care of this.
yeah. So I have a party animal.
Mhm.
And I'm going to put him here. I'm going to activate him.
So are you pulling away the jerk or the flirt?
I guess it doesn't. No, it's got to be the jerk.
Gotta be.
It's got to be the jerk.
It's gotta be.
Well, because I pulled, but it doesn't activate it even if I pull it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, so then that doesn't matter. Whatever, we can put the jerk there anyway. It doesn't even matter. So that's fine. So I've done the welcome, and now I need to do the mingle. But I've got my conditions are all met. So what do you have? You want a hipster and a cool guy.
I want a party animal and a cool guy in the dining room.
Party animal and a cool guy in the dining room. So I can move the party animal into the dining room.
Mm-hmm. You could steal a cool
Nope.
guy from the door.
Or from outside.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. And I can steal the cool guy from outside, and that's still 4 plus the thing.
Yep.
And that works.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But you don't complete any of your things, or do you?
You
do. Complete a room with only flirts and wallflowers.
Yes.
Cool. So you got that with the bedroom. So that's going to up the clock or lower the clock. And
Like
so
everyone's taking photos of me while I'm sleeping.
they're drawing stuff on your face.
We're live tweeting
I
it,
don't know
by
if
the way.
dogs there.
So red cups, 2 party animals in the kitchen.
Plus more, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we are going to
Red
have a surprise.
Solo cup. You lift me up.
Exactly. I thought about it way too late that cover photo should have the red Solo cup.
Yeah.
But I guess maybe it's classing it up a little bit, I guess, with the champagne. But
Shoulda
I was
had-
like, I don't know. That would have been really funny.
It could have been outside, and it's Toby Keith sings that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The EMT's here to take away a party animal. I'm gonna take a stress. So
Ooh.
can you remove one of the
So
party animals from the doorway?
And that's your picture. Oh, poop. Okay.
It's okay.
All right, so now it's Josh's turn.
It is Josh's turn.
All right, Josh.
Got a cool guy?
Yes.
Where you putting your cool guy?
You can't reach, so if you would give me the meeple.
He just wants.
I'll put him at the door.
And now he's going to draw more people.
So he pulls the wallflower from the kitchen.
No. Oh, yeah, that's fine now.
Nya.
2 meeples from adjacent rooms because there's nobody else adjacent. Okay.
Correct.
And then I'm going to finally wake up.
That's so nice of you. Thanks for
Yeah.
joining the party.
And then I got hipster mixologist. My disasters have there's no jerks in the bathroom. So I have a party animal and a cool guy in the dining room.
Also, if you stay in that room, you'll be in there with the cake.
I like cake.
Well, you also have stress.
All right. So then the clock is going to advance by 1. So Josh, you get to lay a meeple down. Do you want,
Go back to sleep.
Yeah,
Woke up for just a second. Said, hey, what's going on here? Nothing. I'm going back to sleep.
At this point, it's no problem. But if he needs to go over get cake, he might want to wake up. But that's about it.
So Josh, your next one is smart. A cool meeple outside. So just a cool meeple outside.
Okay.
And
If you got a
little
dog.
extra is if the dog was out there. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So it's my turn. I've got the 1 complete.
And needs 9 meeples in a room.
Yeah.
Just stack everyone in the doorway.
I need 8 people outside also.
Oh, okay.
So I'm getting
You can
a-
work on that in your turn, which is
Flirt.
now.
You're very rude, Anne.
Put him here.
Yep. So the flirt is going to go outside, and it's going to pull the cool guy away. So cool guy comes outside. Then I get to activate someone. So
Activate
Put the party
jerk.
animal outside. Oh no, you don't want to do
I
that.
can't do that many people outside. I can't get as many people outside as I want.
But you
You
could
start-
activate the jerk and push it from the doorway to push it 2
No,
rooms
because
away
the
to
jerk
here.
has to move. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the. No, that doesn't work well either.
How many more do you need outside? Just one?
I need 3 more outside.
I need 3 more. Mm.
But if you move the party animal outside and then move someone from the doorway outside, then Anne can get at least her 9 on her turn.
Oh, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the jerk into the living room. So that way later he can go and run into the door and scare everyone away.
Okay, but
He only
if you
scares one guy.
Yeah,
away.
that's true. He scares one
okay,
person.
but if you leave it at the doorway, and you use Josh's suggestion and move the cool guy here and pull somebody from there, we can empty out the doorway, and maybe I can empty out the doorway so that Josh can get his photo
I
up.
want cake.
Take the cake now. You don't have to.
Oh, that's at any point on your turn, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could do that.
I thought it was at the end of your turn. I think it is, actually.
it?
I forget
Is it?
reading. I think it is.
The
believe
roommate
so.
ends their turn in the room with the cake.
Okay, and then you can just take one for the team.
Nope, I'm eating cake.
Hey, you're already doing better than last time.
All right, so I've got 4 roommates and 1 roommate and 4 meeples at the door, so that completes that photo. So that's gonna up the counter by un. I get a new photo. My new photo is a true friend. So a party meeple, a party animal, and a meeple in the bathroom. So I just want you to know there is green screen puke coming to this.
Yeah. We made sure to cover that because it was more gratuitous than that in the main shot. I was like, I'll put a little bit, but you know.
And we get a surprise. Oh boy.
Surprise.
The X shows up.
Ooh.
Remove a flirt, and the flirt roommate takes the stress. So take the flirt out of the bedroom. Destroy the board in the process.
Check and check.
And then you take a stress in.
Matt, if you need that, put that on top of the deck.
I can if I want to. All right, so then
Could you shove the
it's your turn, Ann.
clock over a bit? No, the other. You're s- okay. I have the wallflower.
Wallflower's going to scare people away if he goes outside.
You put him in the living room and it makes the jerk go outside, and he doesn't scare anyone.
But I don't want the flirts and the jerk in the same room.
Oh, that's true.
So.
Oh.
I'm gonna push it out of the doorway.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna push the
Cool guy.
cool guy.
Doesn't help you that much.
No, because of you, Matthew.
I wanted cake.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
You know what you could also do, Ann, is you can then move the other cool guy from the doorway and pull more people away from the front door. If you were trying to do
If we
that.
can't get the photo. Yeah. The group photo, I mean.
If you want.
And then my other option is 2 party animals in the kitchen.
Is it just two? No, it's not just 2 parties. So move a cool guy into the kitchen.
Oh, that works. Okay, so I move the cool guy into the kitchen. And then I activate him. So I'm going to move these 2 dinguses into the kitchen. And then I want to leave that alone. Well, at least the party animals in there alone. And then
It's the end of your turn, isn't it?
I need to... That was the guess that
put
I
a-
placed.
No, you
No,
put a
place the
wallflower
Place
down.
wallflower.
Just kidding. Okay, so this is the end of my turn. Okay, so then I do that one.
Okay.
I have no disaster, so that's good.
Your new photo is pretty in pink, a wallflower, and a cool in the bathroom. And he's showing the wallflower how to like look cool by letting her hair down and taking her glasses off.
Yeah. I guess.
All right, so then we get to welcome a guest.
Okay. The guest is a party animal.
Okay.
I'm
He
going
goes
to
in the
place him
door.
outside.
Oh, it goes in the door.
Oh, because he always goes in the door?
No, it's
No.
this is welcome.
Oh,
The
welcome.
welcome
Sorry.
actually means you do the whole thing. Add is just
Oh.
goes to the door.
So,
Yep.
yeah, so he's going to go here.
Mhm.
And then
Pull a wallflower away from the
for...
front door.
Yeah, that's fine.
Josh's turn. Who are you welcoming?
Getting crowded out there.
Outdoor party.
Jerk.
Where you putting your jerk?
Jerk's going in the door.
Oh, I know what you're doing.
Okay, who goes
Yeah.
away?
White Meeple.
Yeah, the white maple's gonna. He goes 2 rooms away, so he's gonna go outside. And then I'm gonna move. Yeah, we have a roommate in the kitchen, right? So I'm gonna move the
Yes.
dog into the kitchen,
Okay.
and he's gonna pull the blue Meeple. Oh, that one into the kitchen.
Why?
Nice.
Because I want a wallflower and a jerk at the door.
Oh, okay.
So avoid jerks in the bathroom. There's none there. I got a wallflower and a jerk at the door.
Yay.
So I get a picture.
Nice.
So your new picture is cheers, one of each meeple in the kitchen. Hey, look, that's
All right.
that's the art that we had in the background.
Hey, we've seen that before.
And then we get a surprise. You ready for your surprise, Josh?
Yeah.
Anna, you ready for the surprise?
No.
It's the spins. Meeple in bathroom are sick. Lay them down.
Oh, there's nobody there. It's okay for us.
All right.
Because we're all puking
Good.
outside.
We'll take it. It was false alarm.
All right, Matt. Do you have enough people outside now?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I do.
I don't, so let's not move people. I need one more person out there.
Okay, so I am welcoming a flirt.
You should not put them outside.
Yeah, because you don't want that jerk out there.
Yep.
But he can put outside, the jerk can go in, and then he can move the jerk out.
Yeah, you'll have your whole turn. That's true.
And you also have your whole turn.
So,
I like how Heather said
I know,
something,
I
and you
just
said the
repeated it.
same
Yep.
exact thing that
Wasn't
Heather
thinking.
just said.
Yep.
Verbatim.
Yep.
so yeah, I'm going to move that there. He's going to pull outside. I'm going to activate the cool guy. He's going to go there. Then he's going to pull the jerk with him. And yeah, so that's going to be the end of my turn. So I've got the $5 cover. So there is a party animal at the door, and there is 8 meeples outside.
Hey
It's a
now.
plus. So
Nice.
yay. All right, so we're going to, well, it doesn't even matter anyways because we're going to change all of our disasters now.
Okay.
So my new photo is the good stuff, and that is every party animal in the dining room.
So that means every party animal who's at the party right that minute. So early on, it might just mean 1. Right now, it means 3.
All right, so my new disaster is avoid rooms with jerks and party animals.
Okay, which is that one.
Yeah. And you've got avoid rooms with only cool people because they're judging you.
Rude.
And then there's tension. Josh, you have to avoid room with just jerks.
Okay.
All right, so that's the end of my turn. And it's your turn.
Okay.
Who are you welcoming to this party?
This party's getting awfully
And just
crowded.
to point it out to everybody, that would have been the end of, you would have won if you did the short party right there. Because you started at 3 and you made it to 9.
Oh.
So it looks like you're cranking along. So if you make it to midnight without all stressing out, then you win. And there's like a sliding scale of how well you do Hanabi type scoring based off how much stress you have left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Surprise guest.
Ooh.
Surprise guest goes at the door?
Get a surprise card.
No, you draw a surprise card
Okay.
and then just follow whatever happens. Yeah.
All right, so the critic. This movie's so dumb. 3 meeple in the living room fall asleep. Lay them down. There's no one in the living
You
room.
guys are getting lucky. There's no one in the living. Because that really stagnates the party when like if there were all those people outside in the living room, that would be tough. So you're getting lucky. And then that white meeple just goes back in the bag, and then you just have your mingle.
Okay. So now I'm going to mingle. I want a wallflower and a cool in the bathroom.
Bathroom.
But it has to be an equal.
So you can just move the wallflower in the bathroom by itself for now and just wait it out. Or you could prep Josh for potentially doubling up on his turn. Or you can go into the dining room and eat cake.
Ooh. Oh yeah, because she does have a stress.
I can't
so.
move 2.
Oh yeah, you're 2 away. You can start moving to the dining room. so you
Wait,
eat cake.
which one is 2 rooms away? The purple one.
Yes.
So if I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh,
There's one in the dining
Purple in the kitchen.
oh yeah, there is. But I have to avoid rooms with only cools.
But it won't be. Oh.
Dog doesn't count.
Yeah, dog doesn't count.
Can you move a... No, you can't move a jerk into the room. Because then that would scare her away too. You can just move one space and then just start moving closer to the dining room. Let the aroma of cake be
Or you help me
found.
with one of mine.
What's yours, Josh?
Need one of each meeple in the kitchen.
Okay.
So. Yeah, it's kind of how I'm feeling right now. Okay, so I'm
Not every action has to be a home run, Andy.
gonna move to the living room, I guess,
Confidence.
and that'll pull the jerk here. That doesn't really help anybody or anything.
Yeah, it does. Because then on his turn, Josh can move a
Well,
cool.
and you're getting a
into
flirt
the dining room.
closer to the kitchen, at least.
I guess. Okay.
So you take your group.
Well, and the other thing that I want is the wallflower and the cool in the bathroom. So what if I just do that?
No, you actually set Josh up for his turn to do the all in the dining room if you do that.
You sure?
I need to be in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were in the dining room.
Oh, it's kitchen.
Oh.
So I'm just gonna put him in the bathroom.
Sure.
Okay.
And then that gives me my meeples in a room for the group photo.
Mhm.
4, 5, 6,
Yep.
7, 8, a bajillion.
Yeah.
All right, so then you lay a meeple down. So, and who's taking a nap?
Me. Because I'm in the bedroom.
All right, so then
On the top bunk. Because that's where the cool people sleep.
that's my jam. 3 cools in the living room.
But I don't want to. I want to avoid rooms as a
But
plus.
it's plus.
Yeah. That's going to be a tough one.
So, Jersh, it's your turn.
Okay. So
Now, it is a plus, so it can have other things in there.
You shouldn't have went to sleep, Anne.
Why?
Because now it's going to be harder for you to get cake.
what is this? Party animal?
Party
Purple.
animal. I need to get every party animal in the dining room.
I'll put the party animal in the dining room.
Pull the
And
other
there's one
party
in the
animal.
door.
Yeah, pull the other party animal. Do it.
Yeah, I'll pull the other party animal.
Yes.
Okay.
Then you can move a cool
Okay.
into the dining room. Get all the party animals.
No, I need to get rid of the 2 jerks and the door. Because it's going to trigger my stress.
Yeah. We can't be alone, right?
Yeah, they can't be alone.
Well, what you could do is
Is
you
move
can.
the party animal and then you can pull the jerk because it's 2 rooms away.
Well, what I was going
What?
to say is if you move the wallflower into the door, you can move the roommate jerk into the bathroom, and then on Anne's turn, she could move the dog into the bathroom
gonna
to
help.
attract the wallflower.
Uh,
What's that? Room
well,
with
the-
just jerks?
Yeah, we're moving
Oh.
The
just
one
jerks.
push will be by itself.
So I'm going to
then.
move the wallflower into the door, and then move one of those jerks into the kitchen.
Kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah. Because even with the 1 jerks alone, it counts. So, as against that disaster.
Okay.
Don't trigger
Alright.
any photos, so it's the end of my turn.
All right. So who am I
Alright.
grabbing now? I am welcoming a cool guy. So cool guy is going to the dining room.
He's not a fun guy? Just
Yeah.
a cool guy?
What's the name of the fungus in your front lawn, Ann?
No, we're not going to talk about that.
So that's going to pull these 2 over. All right. And then
What's your disaster?
my disaster is avoid rooms with party animals and jerks. So
Okay.
all the party animals are in the dining room sans jerks right now.
No jerks allowed.
No jerks allowed. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move.
Make a pattern with the meeples.
I really wish you would have done it backwards, Josh. This one in here and this one in there. Ruined everything. Ruined my plan.
All right.
So I'm going to move the wallflower into the bathroom.
Okay.
I'm working on it. They're
There's some
doing
crazy
stuff.
stuff going on outside.
Having a parade.
It was a conga line, and then it just got
Yeah.
really rowdy.
But the good stuff is going on right now, guys.
I'm thinking like a human pyramid next. There is a conga line card in there in the surprises.
So photos, we've got Go Team So 2 jerks and 2 wallflowers in the living room. All right, and then we're going to get a surprise. Guys, you ready for a surprise?
No. Yes.
Oh, it's me.
All right.
What is it?
It's the party god. Choose and
that's
place
good.
any guest in a room. All roommates lose a stress.
Oh, yes.
So
You just can go into the bag and pick whatever one you want.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, so
Is it place, not welcome?
Yeah,
Yep,
just
place.
place.
Correct. It's just place.
There's my stress. I
Okay,
didn't even need cake.
there you go.
Thanks. Why are you giving it to me?
Because I want you to see a picture of me. That's me in Meeple form. Just letting you know.
With that hair?
Party god.
Those
Yeah.
long, luxurious locks?
Yeah, and bagels.
Bagels. Okay, your turn, my turn, my turn.
Your turn.
Okay, so that gives me, I need a wallflower and a cool in the bathroom. Did you mean to grab the jerk and put him there?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I thought that was supposed to be your thing.
Okay, we're gonna pretend like,
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Sorry, I thought it was, for whatever reason, I thought it was a jerk.
okay. That one.
Cool guy's using the litter box.
That's how cool he is.
Okay,
He's
so
hipster cool.
I don't want to mess with that, and now I need to welcome somebody.
So you need 3 cools in the living room. So if you draw a cool here.
I got a surprise again.
Surprise, Meeple.
Whoa.
Oh no,
What do you mean no?
it's the breakup. A bathroom is locked until the next surprise.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
So in this case, it works out because those people were stuck in there, and
That's who I
nobody can
needed
go
to be in
down
there.
This is that movie. I forget that. Don't say anything. Where they're stuck in Seth Green and the woman are stuck in the bathroom for the entire party.
Yes.
It's perfect. It's the cool
Cool
guy in
and
the
the
wallflower.
wallflower.
Oh, he's not really cool.
That actually works out.
Okay.
Oh man.
I don't want to do anything in the outside. I have to. Okay, that was my welcome part. Now I need to mingle.
Yeah. So you can get 3 cools in the living room.
But then
But I just need to move. I
oh,
know.
she can't. But then she gets all. So
Well,
so here's the thing.
You can always stand somebody up too.
Here's the thing, though. You can do that, Anne. And but you would lose a stress, but then we would gain a stress. So we all gain a stress if your disaster goes off. Because I was going to say you would trigger both of your photos.
she can put a stress on to get a new,
Yeah, that's true.
and hopefully that doesn't happen.
Yeah, you could take a stress to refresh that one, or you could
Play it safe.
just let yourself take the stress, and then you're going to get both your photos, which will immediately get rid of it.
But Matt and I
those
will
two
get
are-
a stress.
Yeah,
But we can just go eat cake. I
true.
eat cake.
There's still 2 pieces of cake left, so as long as Anne's okay with giving her piece of cake to one of you. Because that's the idea. We put one out for everybody, but not everybody has to have a piece, if everyone agrees.
So, Anne, you could refresh your disaster now and then get rid of it as long as it doesn't trigger.
Okay, so I would just take the stress here.
Yep.
Then I would refresh the disaster immediately.
Yeah, you get a new one.
Get a new one.
And so your new one is avoid the living room having the most meeples.
Okay, that's fine because the outside is, as you can see, it's happening.
It's popping.
It's
Yeah.
popping. So then I'm gonna move the cool here, right?
Yep.
And then
You pull 2 adjacent cools in.
I'm upset that they're like people from
That is
outside.
messing up with your human pyramid and your Congo.
I had so much
All
going
right,
on.
so then that ends your turn, right?
Yes.
And so you complete both of yours.
Yes, I did.
So we skip ahead 2,
Yes, we do.
and so
And
you
And I get rid of my
you
stress.
lose the stress because you're having the best time ever.
I'm having the time
So
of
it
my
was
life.
touch and go, but it all worked out.
So Anne, you're actually set up pretty good for your next one, the house party. So that's 2 cools and 5 meeples in the living room.
Hey now.
I know what this is from.
That is from House Party.
Yeah. And then you also, Anne, you are set up so good. Could I get the Wi-Fi password? This is 2 wallflowers and 2 cools in the living room.
This is so good. We just need to get people in the living room, guys.
Yeah, because I need 2 jerks and 2 wallflowers in the living room. So we're pretty set. But then a surprise happens right now.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Uh-oh. We've got the crime. choose an empty room. This room is locked until the next surprise. So there's no
Empty rooms.
empty rooms, so nothing happens. And then we actually unlock the bathroom because this surprise came up.
Correct. Yep.
This was a really
and
great
because
round.
the room's not empty, you're good to go.
So, Josh, it's your turn. What are you looking for on your turn, Josh?
Cake.
I need a cool outside by itself, which is never going to happen.
Oh, especially with Anne.
And
Not
then
with
one
this
of each
situation,
meeple in the
yeah.
kitchen plus. So I get a jerk.
Put him in the dining room. No, don't put him in the dining room.
Or outside, then it'll pop the
Yeah.
flirt to the kitchen.
Or the wallflower. I mean, like, you've got...
Yeah, I'll.
Josh isn't getting anything on this turn.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I know.
But he can set us up for us to win.
Oh, he hates that.
Sure.
I know, but it's funnier
Well,
that way.
you only need 2 more photos to win the medium level party. So
Okay.
Did you hear all the upset in his okay?
Yeah, he's
So what
so
what do you need, Matt?
fine.
So I need 2 jerks and 2 wallflowers in the living room and a party animal and a meeple in the bathroom.
A party animal and a meeple. Any
So if
meeple?
you put the jerk here, it
Put-
pushes
yeah.
it 2 rooms away.
Yes,
So
please
it
do
could
that.
go there.
I need to get rid of the jerk at the door as well.
So you can mingle him.
Yeah. So that jerk will go to dining room.
Yep.
I like how he said, yeah.
Yeah, you already thought of that.
And then I will.
Move the jerk. To where?
I'm gonna move a flirt from outside into the living room
To pull the jerk?
to pull the jerk.
Perfect.
Okay.
That works.
All right, so my
Because
turn.
we need a bunch of people in the living room, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
we're good there.
All right.
So,
No disaster.
I'm welcoming a jerk. So I'm gonna take this jerk
Put him outside.
and put him in the living room, and that's gonna push the cool guy 2 spaces away. Okay, so then I'm going to activate the cool guy in the bathroom.
You gotta move him, right?
Yeah, I'm putting him in the living room. And I'm going to pull
Okay.
the 2 wallflowers from outside inside.
They're holding hands because they need to be together.
All right, and so that activates Go Team, which is 2 jerks and 2 wallflowers in the living room.
Okay.
And then it also
Plus.
activates the True Friend, which is a party animal and a meeple in the bathroom.
And they're complementary colors. It's bonus bragging points.
And so that's going to bump this, boop, boop, and that means we win.
Yay!
And if you have, do you have no stress left? Anybody?
I don't have any
There's
stress.
no stress.
Yeah. If nobody has any stress, that's a perfect win.
Okay, wait a second. So now, if we play another 3 hours, is that the long game? Right?
The long game would have been back to 3 o'clock.
So,
So
Oh, because
So
of
you
the...
played. Yeah, you played close to a short game earlier because you ended early, and then you played the medium-sized game.
But so it, does the is
The
the placement
icons
of the
are-
icons on the clock?
different, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the
No,
icons.
it's slightly different, but you're always going to get the same thing between each section. So it's
Okay.
distributed the
Different
same
order.
way.
So we could do another 3 hours to see if we could do the long game.
Oh, is that what you're going for?
Yeah, because I have 2.
Heather, would
Sure.
you mind
Do
if
it.
we did that? Okay.
Go for it. Yeah, that's fine. I was just saying I didn't know what your time was like, so
All right.
yeah, go for it. I'm sitting at home, so I'm good.
I'm sitting at home too. These 2 have to drive home.
So I've got, for me, 6 meeples in the living room. And I've got hashtag duckface, a flirt and cool at the door. And so because we're on the 12, we're going to change out all of our disasters.
That's
Okay.
good because Anne had the living room. Couldn't be the busiest room. And it was definitely becoming the busiest room.
All right, so my new one is the heated debate, avoid rooms with jerks and cools. And your new one is breaking stuff, avoid rooms with just party animals.
Okay, I'm okay with this.
And then Josh, yours is super crowded, avoid rooms with 6+ meeples.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that one might be problematic. You might want to just get rid of that and then eat some cake.
Disaster.
I'm still napping.
Yeah, you're still asleep.
Okay, I have 2 cools. I haven't drawn anything yet. I'm just planning stuff out. I have 2 cools and 2 wallflowers in the living room.
So you're set there.
So I'm set.
But that needs to be equal.
Oh, is that an equal?
Yeah,
It
that's an
is.
equal.
Oh, so you can't
Equal.
activate both of them.
Oh man. Okay, so the other thing is 2 cools and 5 meeples, which I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 currently have.
So hear me out.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that is Josh's thing is to avoid rooms of 5+ people or 6+ meeples. So if you go for your smaller one and try and get people out of the living room, so that way Josh doesn't have to
But
worry
don't you
about
need?
that. I need 6 people. So I can just draw.
I
some
might just
people
do a
in.
stress and get that out, or I might just.
Yeah, but I could pull people back in. That's not a big deal.
I don't think she can get that many people out though.
Yeah, but you can on your turn.
But then I get nobody. Oh wait, I don't understand. I can't get my small one
Why not?
because I can't get 4 people out of the room.
Why not?
Maybe. I mean, if I have.
There's 2 cools
You
right
already
here.
welcome.
No, it depends what she
No.
welcomes.
Oh, that's true.
Depends on what you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
A flirt.
Yeah, so you can't.
It might work. Well, because the blue will pull 2.
She needs to pull 4. She can only pull 3.
Well, but she could pull one out with a flirt, and then she could mingle the blue, the cool, and pull the
Oh.
other 2.
That's true.
But it depends on where you put it, because what is the max you can have 6, Josh?
Yes. A void room with
Yeah.
6+.
6
So
plus.
5
Okay,
is
so
the max that he can have in a
5,
room.
So you could just have him deal with it.
really.
2 cools and 5 in the living room. So I do kind of want to move 1 though,
So put a flirt in the doorway.
because if I move, I guess 2 cools and 5 meeples in the living room. I put the dirt and that in there.
Mhm.
Pull that there.
And then you gotta activate.
So then now I need to mingle, right? And
Yep.
then what am I trying to do with my life?
You can try and help Josh out with his what's your 2,
I
Josh?
need 1 of each meeple in the kitchen.
Or a cool by himself outside.
Yeah.
Can't do the cool by himself outside. Maybe I could pull 2 meeples from an adjacent room. What if I put this cool here?
That is bad for him because it pulls a bunch of people into that room.
Yeah.
Oh.
You could go to the
What if I
bedroom, but
put this cool? What if I put this
If I could get 1 of each meeple in the
Kitchen.
person here,
kitchen.
and then I could pull a pink,
Yeah.
and then you
Yeah.
would have to figure out how to make a yellow, but that thins out the outside. That's 5.
Yeah.
4. You're gonna have to deal with this, but you only have to deal with 1.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. And then this gives me 2 cools and 5 meeples, so I get a photo.
Yep.
nice.
Nobody's in there with just party animals.
So your new photo is 8 meeples in the kitchen.
This is perfect.
That's
All right.
not too bad.
And
You're
then
ha-
we
you're
get,
almost-
we get a surprise. So we've got the party crasher. Add the surprise meeple to the room with the most meeples.
So he's going in the living room. There we go.
So Josh has more stuff to deal with. Josh, it's your turn.
I'm spending a stress to just get in here.
What? You couldn't figure that one out?
There's way too much going on right now, and moving
Either
everyone
one.
around. It's
After
You guys have-
did your entire turn to help him out. So Josh, your new disaster is avoid the outside having the most meeples.
okay.
Okay.
I
Not
mean-
bad right now.
Wait, can I show the picture off for that one?
Right.
I mean, Josh, you could really say anything about what you're doing on your turn.
You could.
Josh doesn't get the joke.
Because pop culture.
So that is
Yeah.
a cool guy meeple. Where are you putting cool guy meeple?
I need to get.
Oh, that's an easy one for you. So Josh, if you put cool guy meeple in the dining room, you can pull the 2 people from outside and then move a wallflower into the dining room and push the cool guy outside to get your 1.
Nice. Yep.
What's your cheers? One of each color.
Yeah, one of each color, and I just need to get a
One of
yellow
each.
in.
Is it a plus or equal?
That's a plus.
Okay, well that's not that's not too bad.
Or you put the party animal in the I mean, if you put the cool guy here and drag these two here and move the wallflower, you can either push the cool guy out here or push a...
You
Oh,
use the
no.
wallflower in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so close.
What?
You're not getting both.
I know I'm not getting both. What's more beneficial for you guys?
I need 6 meeples in the living room and a flirt and a cool at the door.
I need the kitchen.
The flirt and a what?
A cool.
At the door. And what do you need at the kitchen?
8 meeples in the kitchen.
All right, so put the cool guy in the dining room. Call a wallflower and something else from the living room into the dining room.
A wallflower and what?
Whatever, I don't. Doesn't matter. And then I will mingle the cool guy into the kitchen and take the wallflower and someone else.
Take the jerk from the door.
And the jerk from the door.
Yeah.
So Matt can try to get what he needs to get in there. So that gets me cheers.
Okay.
Nice.
Cheers. One of each meeple in the kitchen. So you're going to advance the clock. So Josh, you get to lay meeple down, who's taking a nap. And your new one is Poker Face, a wallflower, a jerk, and a cool in the dining room.
Ooh, that's not bad.
Equal though.
The jerk's gonna fall asleep in the kitchen.
Okay. It seems like a jerk thing to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need 6 meeples in the living room, which I've got already.
I'm gonna put them on the stove.
I need the bag. And I need a flirt and a cool at the door. Okay, so I've got a surprise meeple.
Ooh.
So that is the nap. Meeples in bedrooms fall asleep. They
They're
already
already
are.
asleep.
Ta-da!
They're asleep already.
Yeah. Well, not too bad.
So you need a cool guy at the door. So if you move the wallflower from the bathroom into the living room,
Yeah,
you
and
move
then
the
I'll
cool
move the
guy
cool guy
into the door.
So
And then you trigger both of them, right?
yeah, and can you do that for me?
Wallflower
please?
where?
Into the living room.
Yeah.
And then a cool guy into the doorway.
Yeah.
So then I've got the hashtag duckface, which is a flirt and a cool at the door.
Okay.
And I've got, for me, 6 plus meeples in the living room.
1, 2,
All
3,
right.
4, 5, 6. That's really good.
All right, so that's going to trigger 2. I would lose a stress, but I'm not stressed at all, bro.
Best party.
And so we're going to welcome another guest, but first I'm going to get 2 photos. So first up, I'm going to get Hot Diggity. So one of each meeple outside.
Okay.
And then Panic. Wallflower in a bathroom and a meeple in the bedroom. Social anxiety because someone's listening to them in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said you were gonna welcome.
Oh, I just realized that. Okay, so I realized that my thing went off. So I'm going to go back.
Oh, your disaster.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm going to go
So you
back
did
here.
get it.
I'm going to get a stress to redo my disaster. There's no way I was going to mitigate that. It was rooms with jerks and cools.
Oh yeah, it's not gonna happen.
And so avoid rooms with only wallflowers. So unfortunately, we still have that.
So we're all
Which
gonna
means
get a stress.
all get a stress.
Yeah,
You're gonna lose the
Everyone
stress
gets
though because you did both your.
yeah. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
But then don't you heal the stress, Matt, because you got both?
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have any stress. They do, maybe.
Well, I have a stress.
No, I know. Okay.
So I got a flirt.
Cake.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That gives me my 8 meeples in the kitchen. So now this one is 2 wallflowers and 2 cools in the living room. So I want to get a cool in here.
Also, don't forget that you've got a party animal in the bathroom, and that's against your thing.
Right.
Okay.
I don't think you're gonna be able to trigger the second one.
That's stinky.
Oh, sorry. At the end of my turn, I eat a piece of cake.
That's what you were most looking forward to.
Yes. So I do not have any stress.
Oh, and you get a new disaster.
Yes, I do get a new disaster. Thank you. So my new disaster is avoid doors having the most meeples.
Okay. Seems okay.
Heavy breathing in.
Heavy breathing.
Did you
Alright.
show poker face?
So what do you have? Yeah, a wallflower, jerk, and a cool in the dining room, but that's an equal. The other one is just your cool guy outside.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna pull the flirt into the living room.
You gotta pull the party animal out of the bathroom.
Yeah. And then I'm going to put the cool guy in the living room too. And I'm going to use that to pull
Both those people in.
so that Josh is set up for his.
Okay.
And then that gives me still that one.
So 8 meeples in the kitchen.
Nice.
So you're gonna get your photo there. So your new photo is wink wink. A roommate, a wallflower, and a cool in the room. And just so you know, guys, we need one more photo to win. But we get another surprise. So the musician, move all flirts outside.
No.
And the flirt roommate loses a stress.
Oh, okay.
So what about the sleeping one, Heather?
I was just gonna say, one thing to note is the only time those get moved when they're down like that is through a surprise trigger. So yes, that's now stood up outside.
I'm sleeping on the
stood up.
porch. Oh, it stood up.
It stood up.
You woke
Yeah,
up. The music.
stands up
The
and
music
it
woke you up.
quickly resets those conditions. Yeah.
So Josh is the only one that's stressed out here, though. Keep that in mind.
In the game
Yeah.
and IRL.
So I got a jerk.
I've made a conga line. What's your other one?
Flirty conga
I
line.
made a wallflower, a
Green,
jerk,
yellow,
and
and
a cool.
blue. So you have green and blue in here. You got to get a wallflower and you got to get the 2 cools out. So you have a what? You have a jerk?
Yeah.
Mm.
So I'm gonna put the jerk in the living room
Okay.
and push one of the wallflowers into the dining room,
Okay.
and then
Move the cool into here and pull the 2 pools things out.
I need the cool in there. Is there a cool in the living room already?
Yes.
The cool's gonna go into the.
You pull the cool in the door and then pull the 2 party
Yeah,
animals
yeah,
out.
that works. I was gonna take the cool and do it outside, but
It works. Yeah.
that works. But and that doesn't trigger my thing, because there's more people in the living room than outside, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Just a couple.
So I triggered poker face, a wallflower, a jerk, and a cool in the dining room.
Yeah.
And that means that we win.
We win!
We did it,
Did it.
guys. We did the hardest party, but Josh stressed out a little bit at the end there.
Yeah.
I
If
was
you
still
look in the
asleep, though.
back of the rule book, it actually tells you the breakdown of what the score is, but it's just kind of like a formality. It's still a win, but like perfect score is
Back.
like no stress. Yeah. It should be on the ending the game. I think it's like
It's not the backpack, Josh.
not the backpack, but it's like page 13 or 14, something like that.
So that's dealing with stress. Oh, how awesome
I
was your party? So how much stress do we have in total?
2.
2. The highest stress taken by a player, actually. So 2. Awesome. This party was absolutely awesome in every way. Good job.
Yeah! I
Not
like it.
bad.
I like
Yeah.
it very much.
Good job, guys. Yeah, like I said, you guys had a rough first one, but
Yeah.
I think you guys got to see where sometimes the photo seems super easy and other times seems super hard, but yet it just depends on what happens in the game if it actually is easy or hard.
Definitely.
Yeah, it was
Heather,
fun.
this was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for, creating this game. I had a lot of fun playing it. Thank you so much for taking the time out to hang out with us late at night. Also, really appreciate that tons and tons. You definitely are the cool meeple today.
Thanks.
All right. So anything else from either of you two for Heather before she heads off?
I don't think so. Heather, do you want to let our audience know, once again, where they can get their hands on this game?
Sure. It's available in all your local game stores. If anyone's a game store owner, all your major distributors have it. And if you're looking to just get it right now, we're on ninthlevel.com, 9th level.com. You can just order it on the store there. But we'll be at many of the conventions all fall next year as well. So keep an eye out for us.
Fantastic. Heather, thank you again so much. We really appreciate having you on tonight.
Thanks, guys. It was fun.
And thank all of you for watching at home. We're going to take a brief intermission right now, but we'll be back in just a few moments with our first impression session here. But signing off for now, I'm Matt.
Man.
Josh.
Have a good one, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.